soon.
I'm going to explain to you what's behind me. So I'm going to a Hogmanay party at New Year's, which is a Scottish New Year's festival with my godmother, and well, she's throwing it, and it's going to be awesome, and it's steampunk themed. So I obviously made myself the creative director of our family costume. It's me, my little brother, my mum, and my dad. Not my older brother. So we're gonna go as steampunk Cluedo characters.
Oh my goodness!
Yep.
That sounds great.
See if you can guess who I'm gonna be. I'm gonna give you one hint.
Colonel Mustard.
Yeah.
I love Cluedo.
I'm going to be Colonel Mustard because women can be colonels too. It's a gender-neutral pronoun. So, yeah,
True.
Call me Colonel.
Nice.
And this dress, I ordered it off Yes Style, and it was so disgusting. But it was only meant to be the base so that I could then rip it apart. So I sewed in this lace at the bottom,
cute.
And I added like gold buttons to it, and it's going to be beautiful.
My goodness, nice.
So, yeah.
Jeez. Okay. Wow.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I like your crafty work. Oh my goodness, that's super cute.
Oh, look at this! Look at this bow. Oh, it's too far away.
It's out of frame from my point of view.
It's too far away.
Are we gonna see this bow?
Yeah.
Cute. Oh my god, it's nice. I like it.
It's gonna go.
You're like a prize.
Yeah. Except the prize is winning the great war that I'm a colonel fighting in. I don't know what that is. But yes.
Fair.
I've decided to rewrite her story, their story, to exclude colonialism because I'm not a big fan of that at all.
Yeah, that's fair. I feel you there. Alright, so before we even get into recaps, which I won't get you to roll for just yet, something that I mentioned in the chat that I also want to mention now for the sake of having it in the recording. I want to retcon something into last game because it was kind of content in hindsight. So while you guys were, or while Core was doing the majority of interrogating Dariel, he at some point mentioned that his grandparents didn't accept his father because of his sexual preferences or something along those lines. Now I'm going to say that if Core was inside checking him the whole time, he would have known that that was BS. That's like an obvious lie that Dariel said that because in this world of the Shiny Boys, we don't need that kind of shit in there. Decided that don't really want to base some of the evils in the world on the evils that exist in the real world, or at least the ones that aren't very fun to play around. So I'm gonna remove that because I'm the DM and I said so. Hell yeah. So none of that bullshit.
That's fine.
No homophobia, none of that stuff. So yeah, that's pretty much. I just wanted to get that out of the way.
What's in the background of it?
Is it Loren?
Yes. I mean, you guys have to give that time. I felt like this. I wanted to sort of relieve some of the tension of the stress you could feel retconning something and removing a sad thing from the world. So I thought Aladdin would make things a little bit easier for you. I understand that 100%, and yeah, I think it's a good idea because I mean D&D is like an escape from the real world, isn't it? So I like that, and like there's so much magic. I stick by the sort of like idea of there is like no way that any argument against being gay or lesbian or anywhere on the LGBTQ plus spectrum could hold up in a fantasy setting because it's like, but okay, but how about this magic thing? Or how about this? Our gods don't give a shit about that. They give a shit about the giant dragon queen who's like about to like bear down on everyone. So
I mean, plus look, it's a fantasy world. We can craft it however we want to. We don't need to put in stuff like that. We can have other conflicts and other evils, but that type of stuff doesn't need to be in there. So
yeah, like I mean, I think I said this like ages ago at the beginning of my sort of campaign when we were talking about All-Star's backstory and kind of like the kind of things that you would have like faced, and how like the main conflict would have been that the person you married or the person you ended up with not being from the Messiah would be like, how can you understand our people? And like it doesn't matter about like gender or anything like that because like again it's magic and stuff.
Yeah.
There's so much conflict in all of our games.
There's so much like other conflict. You know, it could be like, we're royals and you're marrying a commoner? How dare you tarnish your family name in such an unfathomable way? But anyway.
Unfathomable. Unfathomable. That was cute. Thomas.
I'm sorry, I can't. English is my second language. I'm sorry.
You can't stop being. I just can't stop being cute.
Stop! You're turning the DM red. Okay, this is not part of the game. I do not approve of this. All right. I would like all of you boys,
Ew.
all of you fabulous shiny boys,
Oh, my notebook. Yes.
to please roll for me a roll for recap on a d20.
Oh, my recap's gonna be terrible.
7, but I'm just gonna go grab my notebook.
12.
Cool, cool. I want the
Wait,
closest.
can I roll as well? But can I nominate if I win?
Can you nominate if you win? If everybody else is okay with that, I don't mind. That sounds hilarious.
I have
but
one note from last session. Roaring of Dariel's tattoo.
oh yeah, true. Dariel's tattoo.
I have an excuse. My sister was here. I did not have time to rewatch
Nah,
and do notes
that's okay. That's okay.
for either game. So tomorrow's also going to be.
Okay, I want the
Oh.
closest to 14, but also with regards to the other three of you, if you're okay with it, Quinny wants to roll as well and nominate one of you if she rolls closest.
Why can't you do it, Queenie? You were there.
She was not
Yeah,
there.
she wasn't.
Oh, you weren't there?
Did you roll an extra
Oh.
one? Nice, nice.
I rolled a 7.
I rolled a 15.
Quinny, you're the closest. All right, pick who you want to recap
wow.
the sesh for you.
Thomas.
Oh.
No, I can't recap, man. It's
Wrong
gonna,
notebook.
it's gonna be biased. I
back.
can't do it.
Okay.
It's gotta be somebody other than the DM, unfortunately. That's my only rule. That's the only caveat. But I see you. I see what you're trying to do, you sneaky smarty pants. No. It's just the lawyer in you doing that, isn't it?
That was my master plan all along. Oh, now I don't care.
What?
Recap.
Who's doing it?
Okay, well,
Nominate, not me.
well.
Okay. I'll do it. I did it last time. I think I have enough notes.
All right, cool.
Okay. I
Emma,
nominate.
Thanks, Quinny.
I haven't. Oh, that's different.
That roll was extremely superficial, but I don't really mind.
Oh, right. Okay, let me just read my notes.
I really need a haircut. My hair is starting to get too fluffy at the front.
You'll be able to tie it up soon.
At the front, no. Ooh. That is not a hairstyle for me specifically.
Oh. When are we bleaching your hair silver?
When I check with Coles if I can do
Don't do
that.
that shit.
Do it. That'd be cool.
Only if my work will allow me to. I don't know what their policy is.
Just tell them you're aging prematurely. That's how I get away with it.
I'm aging prematurely.
Lily, I have something. I've got to break something to you. They don't believe that at all.
I think they know I'm joking, but they probably take Thomas seriously.
Okay.
Oh shit, okay. I didn't know I was gonna be getting roasted here today.
No, it's because you're so honest.
So you're gonna be, no, because you're so old.
You're not old.
Roasting time.
That's good.
I always like unintentionally roast people, and then I'm like, oh, there's no coming back from that.
That's fine. The friends that roast you the
I
most
think
are the
it's
ones who care the
intentional. You
most.
should own it. If it's intentional, you should own it. Let me find.
I do try not to make people cry.
Okay.
I rolled some
So-
weird pre-rolls for this game. Oh boy.
I only have a scattering of notes, so I'm gonna try my best.
You can tag in
Okay,
whoever
we're
you want
right-
to help you.
This is fine. So we left off was the aftermath of all the stabbing with the Shadow Boys and that kind of thing. And I think we picked up straight into the interrogation of I've forgotten his name.
Dario.
Well, it was a fake Dariel.
It's
that
like
was it.
Ariel, but it's Dario.
Yep.
Yeah, it's like Ariel with a D,
The
actually.
interrogation of Dariel and me constantly making jokes about when that was going to what was it? Coriel was going to happen. So that happened, and we learnt more about him. Mainly that whole thing about his backstory, which turns out to be a lie. And that he may definitely be an assassin, and that one of the people he wants to kill. I think this is the only sort of important person we kind of care about, but the only person, one of the people he wants to kill, is connected to Core in some way. I don't know whether Jade actually knows this or not, or anyone else in the game except for Core, but yes. So that was sort of Dariel's arc, and then
He's done. We can throw him out now.
we were sort of securing the ship, making sure everyone was okay, and then we encounter again the horse, who I believe was he at some point running towards Dariel as if he wanted to kill Dariel? Or like attack Dariel? Or was I mistaking that? 'Cause
he was running
locked
towards the
eyes
jail
on
cell.
him.
Yeah.
okay, so he was definitely at least running towards us, including Dariel. Maybe he wants to kill one of us. Something's echoing really badly for me.
I think it's Queenie.
Might be me.
Do you want to drop in and drop out and drop in? Okay. Yes, better. So, Dariel, we defend Dariel, and all that stuff with the horse happens. And we have a battle with the horse, and we realize that Kalorel is pursuing us, and the boat next to us gets destroyed, or is it damaged?
It got totally destroyed after you guys dropped the
Totally
bomb.
destroyed, and then our mast got destroyed as well, and we had to somehow fix the mast, which I figured out I could actually do really well if I had read my character sheet properly, but we don't have to worry about that. We had fun instead. We found out, well, Jade found out that the crew is severely understaffed, and that's distressing. And then we fixed the mast, and we checked on everyone. I feel like I'm doing this in the wrong order.
Hey, just keep going. You're
It's
doing
an
well.
order. The captain was killed. That's at the beginning, though. We investigated after this. So yeah, that's that. That's what I got.
I bet Aylin's just looking at his perfect notes like, this is good enough.
Aylin, I'm not even joking. You have perfect notes, and you refuse to do the recap every time.
I don't
So,
refuse.
why
I just let fate handle it.
That
Aylin,
wasn't
he
even
did
fate.
roll.
Nobody wanted to do it, so I was like, fine, I guess I'll do it.
No, I rolled in that one. But
But we were
Okay.
that's just bullshit, those rolls. Those rolls were just bullshit. We just
I'm aware.
decided anyway.
Deep breath,
Hey,
Ayla, deep breath.
Aylin! Aylin! Hey, Aylin. Hey.
yes.
Hey. How are you? Are you good?
I mean,
'Cause
Aylin,
I'm fine, thank
if-
you.
if
So
you-
do you want to do this?
Look, Emma, I love your notes. They were great. They were wonderful, and they were very
They were
you, and that's important.
No,
Okay, that's what I
Thomas.
care about.
Aylin, please. Do what you were clearly always planning on doing. And show me up.
Do you want to
Steal
roll?
my thunder wave. Steal my thunder wave.
Emma!
All right, Emma, Aylin, I'm gonna get you guys to roll for recap. I mean, roll for initiative. Aylin, if
That
you
was
want to
all
fill in any gaps,
100%
feel free. But
Joke.
I just wanted to fill in some gaps.
go for it.
Great.
I'm sorry.
The horse
I'd love to hear
was
what you have to say.
a shapeshifter. And it's now half of a broken cube which Core has in his pocket.
Do I?
Let me write that notes.
Write that down.
Core has that. I was actually wondering
Yep.
myself. I forgot who had it.
Yep. The only other thing I really had to add was that the ship's crew is useless.
That's about right.
Huh. Somehow, I feel like you've censored this to save my feelings, and I actually take more offense at that. So.
Oh yeah,
whatever.
also there was a massive sea turtle that wasn't attacking us, but oh yeah, there's a void hole on the island that we don't want to go to.
Yep.
Wow, Aylin, way to show me up. My gosh, you could have just left it at that. No, I'm joking. Yes,
Emma,
I forgot about the
leave.
void hole. Bye.
Oh my g- Emma, come
Why
back.
I will say,
What's going on here? We're never gonna start.
No,
my
we're gonna
notes
start-
are
No.
3 pages of Google Docs.
Ooh.
I think Emma did a
Um,
great job of
I know-
summarizing it.
Is that's my notes, guys.
Cute.
Yeah.
Well,
Yep.
the thing is, I have notes here, which I thought were notes for a different session, and I think they might. Yeah, they are notes from the session before, and so I definitely took notes last game. But what the fuck are they? I think I wrote them down as a handwritten note, but that's just I just don't know where that is.
The second, what's funny is that the second point on my like list of notes here that I have for like this session coming up, the second point is Red Horse has transformed into half a cube. Also, who has this? Question mark.
Me.
So I've written core next to it because I forgot who had that while I was writing this up. But hey, we're caught up.
I forgot.
The sea turtle, that just kind of, it swam by, knocked your boat, and that's what broke the pillar.
Rude.
Is there anything else? I think that's pretty much it. I think you guys have covered most of the important information. In a very creative way, and I love it. This dynamic is chef's kiss. All right. So, adventurers, welcome back to Shiny Boys, and the session will now begin. So, last I left you guys, you were there in the evening, having just anchored, collecting your thoughts, getting yourselves together, getting ready for the evening that's about to kind of come. It's like nighttime now, approaching pretty late, so you guys are getting ready to maybe head to bed, maybe get to watches and all that sort of stuff. That's kind of where I think you guys are at time-wise. As far as where you guys are located, I'm guessing that everybody is kind of around where the mast is, because that's the last thing I think you guys were doing, just preparing that, make sure it's all good. Baron, where do you want to be? Because you weren't here last session, so I'm going to say that after you left the library the session before, you could have just wandered around and just kind of wandered around the ship, and eventually ended up where the rest of them are now, on top deck, if you'd like. Is there anything you would have wanted to do while you were gone?
On the top deck, I would like to train my viol playing skills.
Alright, so we can say that you were on top deck, and you're practicing your viol, and that's where you find yourself as well. The whole group is together. We're all in one spot, and not split across the country in any way, shape, or form.
What?
I'm sorry. Okay. So, at this point, now that you guys are all here, Mort and Freddie are going to kind of walk up to you guys now that they've seen that you guys are all there. I'm so sorry, Emma.
This game is just abuse. Just like the Sunday game, abuse.
Hey, this is for the
Except
emotional
it's the other way
torment
around
that
this
we've
time.
been experiencing. Okay, this is.
Except though, the Sunday game is still me being abused.
I think it's a fairly equal share.
Oh my
This
goodness.
time.
Also,
Yes.
I messed up last game.
Mm.
Treaty's horns aren't just subtly different; they kind of look more like branch antlers kind of thing, as opposed
Oh,
to
okay.
yeah. They didn't. She didn't have time to fix them, which is why they would look drastically different.
Are they big boys
Okay.
now?
No, they're just
Just
kind of
just boys.
wild and messy.
I was gonna
Alright.
ask if we could swing off them, but that seems like it'd be disrespectful.
Well, I like the aesthetic. All right,
Oh,
Yeah.
I actually have
Yes.
one more thing to retcon.
go for it.
I've made a decision about my subclass, and I have changed it.
Ooh.
Last time, I don't think anybody was there when I actually used it, but it's just for flavor. It was, instead of fire, I was just glowing. So yeah,
We could say it was like fiery light. It could have been easily mistaken
Yeah.
for fire, from a casual observer's point of view.
Yeah.
But I like it. I'm glad. I'm really happy for you that you made your decision. I stand very much, and I support your endeavors and decisions. Okay, so Mort and Freddy, having seen that you guys have now kind of come together and repaired the mast, they kind of walk up to you guys. They have a look around, looking at the kind of their surroundings, the nighttime that's falling upon you. Freddy looks to Mort, Mort looks at Freddy, and they look at you guys. So, I think it's probably a good idea if maybe Mort and I take kind of a look around during the night. Maybe some of you want to take a watch after us, no? Mort, what do you think? And then he looks at you guys as well. Eh? So, do
this
any of you
sounds
guys
like
want to
an
take...
adequate plan. I shall help you.
I'm glad. This will be good, because we don't know what's happening on that island over there. And he points to the small island, just maybe about 100 feet away from the boat, off the coast of which you're currently anchored.
Indeed.
So, would you guys like to decide, after Mort and Freddy, what kind of night watch order you'd like? I'm going to say that maybe we'll have... If they're taking the first one, then 2 night watches should be fine, unless more of you want to take it at the same time or anything like that. So how would you like to do this?
Core asks, can I have an entire night of beauty sleep? Am I needed? Or is it like...
No,
okay,
you
I
can
just-
sleep! You're a beauty! You need the sleep! It's fine! It's okay!
Thank you for understanding.
Anybody else? Freddy kind of looks around.
I
Ah.
do not require this beauty sleep.
What
I am as good as I'll ever get, so
Okay.
this will be...
Rodriti, did you say something?
I can do one.
Okay. Would you like to do one together?
I believe if we do one separately, more people get to sleep for longer.
That is also
So-
true. Okay. So, in that case, Rodriti, do you want to go before or after Jade?
She would defer to Jade's judgment on that.
Jade would defer to Treaty's judgment on that.
Okay.
Scissor, paper, rock. Core calls.
Roll a D100. No, okay.
3D would just be like, okay, then I will take the first one. You can go next.
Alright,
That's
so.
Boring. Core calls from behind Jade.
I will choose rock every time if it helps you.
Oh, I like that. That's cool. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yes. I turn around, start walking to the edge of the ship. I'm cuddling my little tiger pup.
He's looking right back at you with his big little eyes. Cute as hell.
Big little eyes.
His big. You know exactly what I mean. His big little
Yeah, I
eyes. They're little, but they're big. They're big, but they're little.
I'm rolling berries on the floor and having him go and like catch them and bring them to me.
He's kind of like excitedly hopping and he's doing his thing. Alright, Fred and Mort are first. Vridriti. You are Vru in my notes. Vru. You are first. After the
Gru.
two. Then Jade. Would anybody like to accompany? Maybe we can have two people at the same time. And he looks around, and at that point, he's gonna notice something. Because he hasn't been hiding too well, just kind of hanging around Core. He's gonna notice his boy Dariel chilling by Core's side, and his face is gonna drop straight to the floor.
Dariel's still got blonde hair.
Dariel! Your hair, it's changed! It's so long time! What are you doing here? And he kind of rushes up to him and embraces him in a very intense, strong hug. He's gonna grapple him and he's gonna roll to... No.
Best kind.
Dariel's kind of not really gonna resist. Hey, Uncle Freddy. Good to see you. Maybe we should lay kind of low. I'm kind of a prisoner. We don't want the guards to see me. Oh! Do you want to take night watch maybe as well? Yeah, okay. Just, let's be quiet. I'll take it last. I'll take it with Jade. It's fine. Okay! If you're sure, this sounds good. So Jade, you're gonna watch with Dariel unless you have any qualms with that.
I am not there. I am
Oh,
teaching,
you taught. Okay, so you don't know this.
teaching Tiny Fury how to fetch. Can I roll just to see if I do any better with the fetchy boy?
You can roll animal handling if you like.
Yes, please. 4.
4? You're just kind of playing around. You're having fun. It's not super serious. You know, it's kind of you're just taking some. You're taking some time off. You're not really training Fury really hard at the moment. But you guys are having fun and you're
Fetch.
bonding. He's kind of looking at you, and he's looking at your hand as you say fetch.
Bite the hand.
Not completely understanding. But after a little while, he starts to kind of, sort of, maybe look for the berries and kind of follow them around. He's trying to figure out what you want him to do, and I think eventually, after enough time and effort, you'll get him to do it.
I see great potential and prowess in you, my friend.
He looks at you
You
with
could be
his...
the best of us yet.
His eyes, his big little eyes are glowing as you say this to him. Even though he may not completely understand, he seems like he just enjoys being around in your company. Freddy's also going to keep looking around. Oh, hey! You! Over there! Would you like to, maybe... what was your name again? He looks at Cloud. Cloud looks kind of uncomfortable. I was hoping to sleep the whole night, but if you insist, I guess I'll take a watch too. I can watch with Rodriti. I think that'll be fine. Okay! Good! In that case, we have it settled. We'll take the first watch. You guys have some beauty sleep, and we'll catch you soon. We'll keep an eye out, okay? Eyes peeled, but not too peeled, just peeled enough. Okay, I'm gonna leave you to it. And he starts walking away. Mort kind of looks around and he starts following him. And with that, is there anything you guys want to do before you head to bed? As far as the NPCs are concerned, Dariel is with you, Cloud is with you. Tome of Nature is kind of wandering around a little bit, clutching her head. Oliver is with you as well at the moment. He's just kind of chilling. He's with Cloud, just staring at you all. Is there anything you want to do before you head to bed, if that's what you're going to do?
Do we have private rooms?
That's a good question. You might want to ask somebody.
Who can I ask? Where are all the guards? I thought there were 6 of them.
There are still a few on board, if you want to ask one of them. You've also got Freddy and Mort that are kind of there. They know the ship. Verdridi also kind of knows the ship. Verdridi, you have your own quarters to sleep in if you'd like, just kind of in the medicine room. Or you can sleep with the group. There are, like, kind of cabin quarters that aren't really private if you're not a guard. They have the hammocks, the hammock room, where you guys would have been before. So there's that option, unless you want to swipe a guard's room.
Can I take Freddy's tail and like tug it to get his attention?
Power, not the tail!
Sorry.
That's my private part.
Sure, we don't. All right. Is there anywhere I could get a private room?
Roll a persuasion check. He looks at his tail, he looks back at you.
17 plus
1738.
21.
Okay, what we can do, if you really want a private room, we can knock one of the guards out and take his room. He'll be fine, he'll be knocked out, he won't know anything is going on.
Is there a less criminal way to do this? I mean, not that I'm against it, but we just have a criminal with us. I don't want to draw more attention.
Oh yes, it's true. Dariel, I can't believe you've chosen the criminal hood as your choice of occupation. It's been a few years, but it's fine, I don't mind.
It's just praiseworthy.
Daryl kind of shakes his head as you guys are talking. Well, we can have a look. I think there are more rooms here than there are guards, so we can have a look. I'm sure one of them must be open.
Sweet, a tour, let's go.
All right. And he kind of heads down with you. Mort is going to stay on the deck. So, he's going to take you down specifically, but if everybody wants to follow, feel free, because you guys are all going to be going to sleep for this first part.
Yes, I will follow. I'm assuming we are going to share this private room. So
If you guys
Only
want to
big
try, you can certainly do that. They're not very big, but there's a lot of you. You guys walk down.
Wait. Core will only share with Jade. He ain't sharing with anyone else.
Okay, well, he's got to make that clear. Unless other people start piling into the room. I don't know if Baron knows that necessarily, or any of you.
I'm sleeping with
but-
my back against the door so that nobody else can come in.
He is not sleeping with Baron. This is never happening.
Okay, you
No,
guys.
you say this now, but Barrel is coming. Episode 50, everyone. Corin.
No.
Okay, you guys make your way down through the winding maze of corridors that this ship seems to be. But at this point, you've gone through them enough that you've gained a sort of understanding of how these corridors and hallways function. So you make your way down with ease. You make your way down back to the slumber chamber that you were in when you first kind of explored the ship. All of you are there. Now, when you walked there initially, there's kind of like closed off rooms lining the sides of this room, I guess kind of against the walls. Like you got a hallway and a series of doors on either side of you, which you presume are the rooms, or at least that's what the guard told you when he was down here with whoever he was with, which I kind of forget now. But anyway, so you have those rooms, and Freddy walks you all the way down to the end, and he opens up, or he kind of like pushes on a few of the doors close to the end as they approach the section of the slumber chamber, which is filled with hammocks. He pushes on a couple doors, and one of them opens, which is just unlocked. And inside, you see a much nicer bed than the hammocks are. If you're not a hammock person. If you're a hammock person, this bed is not really appealing to you, but it's a bed. It's a bed and it works. It's very minimalistic. There isn't much to the room. There isn't any decorating. There's a little table. There's like a little candle that's unlit on the table. And there's the bed.
Not lit.
It's very small kind of space. There isn't enough room on the bed. Oh, no, sorry. Let me rephrase that. The bed itself isn't a bed that's designed for more than one person to sleep on. However, if you do choose to squeeze both of yourselves onto that same bed, you can definitely try
I'm
to do this.
sleeping on the floor.
Yeah.
Oh,
Jade
against the door? Okay,
would
yeah, you're fine.
crush the bed.
Yeah, I was looking forward to
I
breaking
sleep
the
with my
bed.
back against the door.
Okay, so you sleep with your back against the door.
Yep.
Core, I'm guessing you're going to sleep on the bed to get your beauty
Of
sleep?
course.
Of course.
Oh,
Alright. And after that point, he'll kind of guide the rest of you and say, well, Vrudriti, I know that you have your own sleeping quarters, but if you want to sleep with us, then I think the rest of us will probably sleep here. Baron, what do you think? And he points to all. He kind of like shows you the hammocks.
Baron,
Queenie.
no.
Hello, hello. Okay, you said I heard Baron, and that's it.
Baron just nods.
Baron nods. Okay. Well, in that case, take your pick. That one down there, and he points to the one in the very corner at the back. That is where Mort and I sleep. Feel free to borrow that if you like. And he kind of looks at the rest of you. For the rest of you, pick anyone that looks comfortable and is free. And is good. Is good. Yeah, for Judy, did you want to say something?
Yeah, she's going to go back on up to her quarters.
Alright, so for Judy, you start to
But
head
she
back.
wanted to know where everyone else was first.
Okay, it seems like most of everybody there, the NPCs, the PCs, look like they're settling down, I think, in the hammock area. Jay and Core are in their own quarters, in their own special room, in one of the empty guards' rooms. All the NPCs, as far as you can tell, are there. Cloud, Tome of Nature, Dariel, and Oliver. Oh my god, I'm turning. This is too many NPCs. What's happening? Oh no.
Oh, actually, I would make sure that all my trio, who I've forgotten who they are. Oh, it's Tiny Fury, Cloud, and Oliver. My duo who aren't in the room have found a place to sleep close by each other so they can protect each other.
Yeah. So Tome of Nature is going to take a bottom bunk. Cloud, he likes climbing a little bit, so he's going to climb up to a top bunk, and Oliver's got to kind of come with him. He seems to have sort of warmed up to him in the time that he's been sort of chilling with him while you guys have been adventuring on the boat. So they're going to kind of share a bed together. Oliver is really tiny, so he'll kind of like sleep.
I just keep imagining a roast like chicken, which was like the size that you gave for him, just like walking around. It's
kid
just
no,
my
like-
size, yeah. It's my size approximation for him, like this big.
He's
had,
tiny.
Yeah.
I had an observed class the other day where like 20 parents came in and watched me teach like third graders.
Oh, nice.
And it went so badly, but it was so funny in retrospect it was so funny, and in the moment it was kind of fun even though it went badly, so I don't mind it that much. But there was one like rogue child who came with one of the parents in this huge yellow puffer jacket. He was about a foot tall, and he would just waddle around in between the aisles, and I had to like be careful not to punt him every time I walked in to check his work.
Be careful
And
not
it
to
was the
punt
cutest
him.
kid ever. I gave him a little colouring sheet, and he refused to take it, so his mum took it, and then I saw him waddling around the aisles, clutching it like boom, 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 and I was like, yes,
Oh
he's
my
accepted me. But
Goodness.
I looked at him and I thought, wow. That is a child the size of a small turkey, and I'm just realizing that's what Oliver looks like, and I love it, and that's my
Yeah.
son now. So,
Okay.
Yep.
Alright, so Freddy and Morty. Freddy and Morty? Who the hell is Morty? Freddy and Mort are going to take the first watch now that you guys are kind of all chilling in your quarters. Oh, yes.
Just before sleep, Trudy would wild shape back and fix her horns.
Oh, okay. How do they look now?
They look similar, but not quite
Just
the
kind of
way
like
they were before.
the garden's been primed,
Yeah,
so to speak.
basically.
Okay, I like it. I love the I can't think of the right word. The nature aesthetic. Okay.
Yeah, the context for it is that it takes a full action for her to fix the horns, as opposed to the bonus action that it would have taken in combat.
This is a secret insight. It's why I like Brian so much. I'm just like I'm a shill for nature. It's the flowers, man. Okay.
Yeah.
So
I'm gonna make you a Brian body pillow for Christmas.
now that I would not say no to that.
I know.
But that's not. Okay, so you
The
guys.
rain's coming for you.
You guys are being whisked away off to the lands of slumber. For Frederick and Morty, not Morty. Why do I keep saying Morty? Frederick and Mort. I don't know who Morty is. Morty isn't a character. That name is banned. Nobody in this entire world is called that anymore.
Oh.
I've decided. Rip. Okay.
that's a strong statement. What if my next character's called Morty?
Well, he's out. Okay, he's banned. Sorry.
Hell. The hell.
All right, hold on. They're
Everyone
both
name your
gonna.
backup characters Morty, please.
Let's see. All right, so they both kind of their night watch
Alan's like, no.
happens, and as far as you're concerned,
Aiden hated that. Emma loved it.
Oh my goodness. It's
Why
great.
can't I call it Mortician?
Or Morticia.
Mortician. Mortician. Morty is the first name. Shun is the last name.
It's
Ah.
Mortician.
it's fine. You can have Morty if you
Morty
like.
or
It's a thing.
Shun.
I'm just triggering myself because I keep
ECU.
accidentally saying the wrong name.
ECU. Ender Cinematic Universe.
Oh no.
Okay, so
So Morty's watch goes well.
whoever he may be, his watch went well. We don't. Okay, you guys don't know. As far as you know, nothing has woken you up. Now, while their watch is happening, we're gonna get into some interesting content. I'm gonna get all of you to roll for me for dreams. Okay, so I'm gonna get each of you to do this, and we'll go through them one by one because some good content. But first, I need to determine some stuff on my end. We need to see how these dreams are gonna go. So I'm gonna randomly pick one of you to start off with, and we're gonna go with Baron. We're gonna do your dream first.
Ooh.
Baron, I want you to roll for me a D100 and tell me what the roll is.
What the fuck? Okay, 19.
19? Okay, let me just quickly find the thing. This is why I spent too much time writing all this stuff. Thank you very much. It's a pleasure. Alright, so, Baron, as you fall asleep and you're whisked away into the night, being stolen, just plucked from the bed, you fall asleep, and before you know it, you're dreaming. And there is a dream that you have that's pretty vivid, and you do kind of remember it as it happens. You wake up on the boat where you fell asleep. And for a moment you think, oh, okay, well that felt like a short sleep. I just fell asleep just a moment ago, I'm only waking up now. But as you look around, you notice that there's nobody around. The whole ship itself is kind of empty. And you very quickly realize that this is maybe probably some sort of dream world. Roll for me a perception check.
Okay. Ha. Huh. 6.
6? Alright, you're kind of looking around.
Yeah.
Did you say 6 or 16? Barrett, I can't hear you.
6.
6. Okay, cool. So, you look around for a few moments, you're taking in your surroundings. You kind of think that it's a bit weird that there's nobody here. You can't see any of your friends and other people who fell asleep with you. Looking around, it's very plain, it's very barren at the moment. Haha, pun intended.
Haha.
And before you know it, you hear a voice from behind you that you were looking around and you didn't notice this person initially, but it's a very, very familiar voice. You of all people, coming back to capital. And as you turn around to face wherever this voice came from, you recognize the person that this is coming from. And, because I don't actually have a personal description on hand, I want you to describe what your twin sister looks like. For us. And to me.
I love that so much. Okay, I'm done.
Exactly like Baron, but male. So basically, exactly like Baron. Because Baron
It's
is
a twin.
very...
Shock horror.
Yes.
Did you say he's a twin or a twink?
He has,
Twin, but hey.
I missed that
yes, she has long, brown, curly hair.
hmm
Has 2 flowers in her hair.
Okay, I like
Really
it.
like sunflowers. So
Really?
yes, 2 sunflowers in her hair.
They're massive. They're huge. She's got 2 sunflowers in her hair. She's showing off.
And then she very pretty.
Mm.
She's very pretty. Almost intimidatingly so.
Huh?
Sorry, what did you say? The last part you cut out after you said she's pretty.
And she is wearing a puffy green dress.
Puffy green
A
dress.
puffy grey dress. Okay, cool. You know.
Princess Fiona.
Yes.
Okay.
Ah,
So as she sort of says that to you, you turn around and she's kind of resting her head on her hand, kind of seemingly out of nowhere. It's a bit of this is a dream, so this is kind of your perception of her and how she looks to you. You haven't seen her in quite a while, so this is kind of how you imagine she would look now. But she's kind of looking at you expectantly. I would have never guessed, after what you did,
Backstory.
And she's kind of looking at you, kind of waiting for a response to see if you're going to say anything. Do you?
Please leave.
You're just going to leave?
I say, please leave.
Oh. Like you did when you left Capital for the first time and you left our family behind and
I don't want
betrayed
anything
your
to
mother. Sorry, what did you say?
I don't want anything to do with you anymore. Please leave.
Oh, I figured that when you left us the first time that you didn't want anything to do with us. But now, of all times, you're coming back to the place that you fled from. I'm just curious. I want to know why. Why? Why, oh why are you coming back? Back home? She kind of looks at you with like a vicious stare. She looks calm on the outside, but you can tell on the inside, whoever this is fuming.
It's not my home, and I hope you get whatever's coming for you.
Be careful what you wish for. And at that point, your kind of vision will start to blur a little bit as you kind of come to, and you're sort of tossing and turning in bed at this point, that sort of uncomfortable reality, haunting you just a little bit of your past actions and transgressions against your family. And it sort of eats you up just a little bit inside, wondering what's really going on back there. And you toss and turn for a little bit, but you kind of come to for a bit, and you try to get yourself back to sleep. And with that, your dream comes to a close. Alright. Now, while you're tossing and turning in your sleep, I'm gonna get... Ooh. Emma.
Hello.
Hello. You of all people are also gonna have a dream.
Okay.
So, I want you to roll for me a D100.
D100, coming right up. Also, I want everyone to know, I'll just remember, again, I got my Grim. How nice.
Ooh!
Okay.
Yeah, it's good.
So I'm rolling my D100.
Go for it.
91.
Ooh! Okay. Okay, hold on. Give me 1 second. It's a 91 that's over here. Okay. So, as you sort of fall into your deep slumber, you wait for a bit. You wait. And then you notice that you're waiting. And you think to yourself, I was just asleep a moment ago. And as you look around, I want you to roll for me. Well, actually, you don't really need to roll, because just looking around, there really isn't much to look at. But taking in your surroundings, you're kind of in a void. Beneath you, a snowy floor lies.
I've
Unbothered.
never seen snow before.
This is, well, if it had ever snowed at the temple, you might have. But you would get the
It's
idea.
probably not high enough in the mountains for me to get a good look at it. But I maybe would have seen it from a distance.
Okay, this is kind of your imagination. This is how you would imagine snow would feel in that case. Having maybe not experienced going through a snowy landscape before, this is kind of what you imagine a snowy floor feels like. And maybe you're kind of imagining okay, here's an interesting...
How am I imagining snow?
How are you imagining snow? How do you think snow would feel?
Soft, like moss.
Okay.
And so cold. You know when something is so cold it cracks?
Mm-hmm.
So cold it's making my feet crack.
Okay. So as you kind of wriggle your feet in the cold, mossy, almost borderline unbearably cold floor, as it kind of makes your feet tingle and crackle a little bit, you look around you and you very quickly notice that there's like nothing around. This stretches on endlessly, but after turning a little bit, you do notice 3 figures. 3 very familiar looking figures in front of you. Or not in front of you, but to your kind of side. As you sort of turn and you change your position just a little bit. And you recognize this figure. It's the figure that you attacked earlier on the ship, when the captain was stabbed. It looks to be Calorel himself.
I wield my bow.
And he's not facing you. The three of them that stand before you now, are all facing away. You wield your bow, did you say?
Yeah, my staff.
Okay. What would you like to do?
Face me.
He doesn't respond. His cloak gently flowing, as if there's a breeze, although you can't really feel one.
Are you here? Or is this another one of your tricks? I walk forwards.
How far do you walk?
And
He's maybe...
I want to circle them so that I don't approach them from behind. They'll see me coming around so that I circled from the front. And I end up in front of them, facing them. Maybe about
Okay.
5 or 10 feet away.
Sure thing. As you come and face him, you see that his eyes are closed. And he kind of opens them slowly as he sees you approaching. Hello again. We meet once more.
Did we really meet before? Or did you just meet my punch?
Oh! A witty one, I see.
Not really.
Well, you're certainly becoming the type. You wield a powerful magical energy with you that I don't know if you can truly comprehend. But I must warn you that if you do attempt anything to thwart what I am trying to do, what I am trying to build, then you will face the consequences. And I'm sure that you know this. You don't need me to tell you once more. I don't like repeating myself. And he kind of transforms into the horse.
You're not really here. You are a coward.
I'm everywhere. I'm everywhere at once. I'm here, I'm there, I'm behind you. And I will be following you.
I look over my shoulder.
You look over your shoulder? He's not there.
Yeah. You are a liar too.
I am many things, but a liar is not one of them. And if you aren't careful, if you don't choose your actions and your words wisely, then you will reap what you sow. And he transforms back into himself.
Words. I don't need words to make decisions for me. I only have one thing that I need.
And what might that be?
If I tell you, you'd know. And I don't want that.
Ooh. A little mystery. Like myself. I like it. Maybe we'll be able to help each other one day. Who knows? And then he transforms again. But he doesn't transform into anything different this time. It's still him. He's still got his cloaks. But around him, a necklace. Thin string. With half a cube. Punctured with a hole. Hangs from his neck. I think you know what I mean.
seriously doubt we can... Do I? I seriously doubt we can help each other in the future. But I can surely help you find peace.
Oh.
One way or another.
I like to see you try.
You will. And I'm gonna throw my staff at him.
Okay, right as you do that, I want you to... And a glow starts emanating from within your chest cavity. I want you to roll a d4 for me.
D4. It's a 2.
A 2. You take a swing, and out of the 3 that you see, which one are you aiming at?
The one I've been speaking to.
The one you've been speaking to? They kind of all be talking at the same time, but...
I'll aim at the one to the left of the one I've been speaking to.
To the left?
A magician.
Okay!
Yeah, because I have a feeling the one I've been speaking to... It's like a magician's trick, right? They're trying to draw your attention away from what they want, they don't want you to see. So I'm gonna aim... Because I can do a flurry of blows. Could I use a key point to aim one at the left and one at the right? Like, I'll rush forward, staff at the left, and punch to the right. Maybe. I'll start with the left. I'll start with the left one.
Okay.
And see how I go.
Yep, okay, do it. Go for it. Roll, okay.
Okay.
Hold on, if you're gonna do this, roll 2 attack for me, if you want to do this.
Where did my green d20 go? There it is.
He's not going to have a chance to do anything because you're taking him by surprise in a way.
Okay.
After you started chatting him up, he didn't expect you to attack.
So, he doesn't know me. Right, so this might not hit. With my staff, it's a 15.
Okay, so this is your first attack out of the 2. Are you aiming for the left?
I'm going for the left one, and if I can't hit the left one with this, I'm going to try it again.
Alright.
Oh no, I'm not a rogue. I was going to say, if it's a surprise attack, I'd get advantage, but I'm not a rogue.
No, okay. So, as you do this, it thwacks him right in the shoulder, and it bounces off him. And as he's transforming back into his horse form, he kind of makes a loud grunt, Oh, you will pay.
I see you.
And then he transforms his 3 forms that he was kind of in before. As you sort of hit him now, he transforms back into just the one horse. And it doesn't look exactly like he did before. It does look like the red horse, but it's just like a little bit more menacing and a little bit more evil. Kind of however it would manifest in your own mind. Maybe not,
Yeah,
maybe not even that way, but kind of as like an evil sort of presence with what you've been through. And with that, the reality will start to kind of fade out a little bit. Your vision blurs. Is there anything you want to say to him before you go?
Tricks can only get you so far.
And with that, your vision will fade back, and you'll return very briefly to the waking world as you kind of awake just temporarily from your little endeavor that you've just had off in Dreamland. And you find yourself awake in the middle of the night in your cabin. And you realize it was all a dream.
I don't like that. I don't believe that for a fucking second. He was there. Fucking hell. Fucking Talarel.
Ooh.
Bleh.
I like
This
that
is
you
all.
decided to attack the left one. Ooh, that made for some interesting content. Okay. Now.
Now I have an idea for the next thing next time I see him.
Alright. So, I would like next Core, if you're there.
Might
One
be
sec,
making
one
tea.
sec.
Okay.
I had a feeling you were making tea.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, yes.
Alright, Core, you fall. You are taken into your beauty sleep.
Yes.
You fall right into it. You fall asleep fast. You're a fast sleeper. And as you sort of
Absolute.
do, you kind of, you very quickly realize that you're dreaming. You see yourself in the dream world. You've dreamt yourself into many places before. This is nothing unusual.
Core just sees like mirrors everywhere in his dreams.
Mirrors everywhere. You see a very
I know exactly what I want and who I want to be.
In that case, you see a very reflective and mirror-like image of Capital in front of you. And you're in an area that you kind of recognize. You're looking around, looking up and down, looking to your left, looking to your right, looking up, looking down. You see before you the cityscape, the castlescape that kind of sprawls in front of you and behind you. And after thinking for a bit, I want you to roll for me an intelligence check to see if you know where you are.
Oh, intelligence is my best. I keep forgetting.
Smart boy.
13.
13? Takes you a moment, but
You did jinx that one a little.
it takes you only a moment. You've been here before, and you recognize where you are. It takes you a second to think, yes. And you recognize where you are. This is the general area where Tamar lives, or at least where he used to live the last time you saw him, back when you were in Capital. Your last visit, however long ago that may have been. This is kind of what you remember it being like. Although a lot more mirrory and reflective, because that's how Core dreams, you know?
It's a dream. I'm safe.
So if you want, you can kind of walk for a little bit, because you know where his house is from here. From this destination, now you've kind of recognized and you're like thinking to yourself, yeah, I know where this is. I've been here before. It's just a little way down, just forward a little bit and to the left, and then you'll be right at his house. If you want to
Does
go.
Core want to go to the house, or has he kind of been like pushed in that direction?
Well, he knows that it's there. He can turn around and have a look around if he wants.
I think Core's very reticent to go to Tamar's house. I think you know why. So
I do know why.
he's like, nah, I'm good.
So you're going to turn around and walk the other direction?
He's gonna try, yeah.
Alright, so you turn around, you decide, this is not for me. You turn and you walk in the other direction. And you know where this is as well. You've walked down this exact path before. It's kind of wide, there's like markets further down and that sort of thing. It's Capital, it's great, Tamara lived in a nice place, admittedly, close to the markets. So as you walk down for a bit, you kind of keep a look out, and you notice that the landscape doesn't actually really, it's starting not to match up with what exactly you remember. And you very quickly loop around, and you see Tamara's place on your right side this time. And this time you've made it all the way there, and you think to yourself, that's a bit weird. I could have sworn it was in the other direction, on the left. I wonder what happened. And
I see where this is going. Go on your dream.
As you sort of, while Core may not want to go there, the brain has its ways. As you look around, and you look at Tamara's place, now that you're kind of suspicious a bit that it's been pushed to the forefront of your imagination, so to speak, you notice kind of a blood splatter underneath the door. Leading out and trailing out you want to go investigate?
Lovely. Well, I already know how this dream works, don't I? So I walk up, take a look.
All right, so you're gonna walk up there. You're gonna walk up to his door and check inside, or what are you gonna do?
Can I like kick the door?
You kick the door with full force. It shatters like a mirror, and you make your way through.
Oh, bad luck.
Kind of a cool effect. Probably not how it would shatter in real life, but cool for a dream. You know, just like you're breaking glass. And you look inside, and you see what kind of sort of resembles, for the most part, Tamar's domain, his abode, as far as you remember it. Did Aelin just disappear? Hello.
It'll come back.
So, you do recognize it. However, it does look a little bit warped and a bit weird from how you kind of remember it, but dreams are a bit weird. And you look on the floor, and you see the blood splatter kind of continue to the kitchen, where it kind of ends, and there's a big pool there. And you very quickly realize that something happened here in this kitchen, and this blood trail that's leading out of the house is where whatever's happened has been taken to. So what do you want to do? You want to follow the blood trail, or look around the house?
Can I roll a perception check to see if there's anything else that would keep me in the house?
Sure, roll a perception check.
Another bloody 10. 12.
12? You look around for a bit, and you notice some things that you remember Tamar owning, like some of his general furniture and possessions and that sort of thing. But with a 12, you don't really notice anything peculiar or really of general interest. There aren't any shiny things, some plates in the kitchen. It's a bit of a boring visage. Inside the house, at least. Am I using the word visage correctly? I don't know. It just sounds cool. I just want to use it because it sounds cool.
Use whatever words you want. Paint your
You're
word
doing
picture.
good.
Okay. Cool. So that you don't see much in the house of interest with your roll. Aside from the blood trail leading back out.
I'm gonna follow the blood trail.
Alright, you follow the blood trail.
He looks so disgusted. Just like, ugh.
Blood. This
He's
is
not like concerned, he's just like, this is disgusting.
It is a little bit. Who could have done such a thing? So you follow the blood trail. You walk out. You're following the trail. Look around. It's kind of going back in the same direction that you just swore that you came from. But now you're noticing the blood trail and you're following it. And now it starts to lead to a place that seems like it should be a bit further away from where Tamar lives, but it's in this general direction. It's opposite opposite where the markets would have been, per se. But you eventually come to a bridge. And this bridge... Oh.
That was fun.
What was that? Okay, hello. So you come to a bridge. And this bridge is not small. It's a fairly medium-sized bridge as bridges go. There are bigger bridges out there. But this bridge that you come to, you know, is one that kind of crosses over a flowing river that passes through capital. One of a couple. The city is very, very big, so there's a lot of stuff that it encompasses, but this is one of them.
Okay.
And on the bridge, you do see somebody. Somebody in the distance. And I want you to roll for me a perception check if you're kind of a little bit far away, unless you want to walk all the way up to them.
I am so tempted to reach for Brian's dice, but let's give this another shot.
Good luck.
Oh my gosh,
Hey!
I've just had a... Go on.
17.
Okay.
I just had a fun idea. We should have a session where we all like, if this would work great if we were all in the same country, we could all like pass dice to the left and like roll another character's dice. Just see what happens.
That would be
I don't know
fun.
why. I feel like I've picked dice that are so like personal to my characters. It would be weird.
Yeah,
using different
true.
ones. Like the
True.
moment I was rolling all that important stuff, I immediately went for the Jade one.
It's good. I have like my Neff dice, and then I have like my general DM dice that I use. Neff's dice have
many,
cursed
many,
me so many
dice.
times though. But that'd be funny to see my dice curse you all as well.
I have like one set for each character, which I feel like is a good
cute.
move because I play a lot
Yeah.
of Dungeons and Dragons.
That's fair. I mean, it helps.
In total, it's a 19.
A 19, okay. You can pretty clearly see from your distance. You're not too far away, but you're a fair distance away. Looking up to the bridge, you do recognize the person that's sitting in front of you. Well, not sitting, they're standing, kind of facing away. Not away from you, maybe perpendicular to you, off the bridge. They're kind of facing the river. And you notice, you recognize this person. This person's Dariel, of all people. Your recent addition to your club. How does he look in your dream? How would he be dressed?
Let's go for Technicolor.
Technicolor. Okay, you see a Technicolor Dariel. It's still Dariel, but he's very Technicolor. He's making the look work. in your mind, everything is fashionable. So you can
I've like improved
forge
his
it to be
fashion
so.
by like 70%. So good.
Should give him some fashion tips, man. Dang, dude. So he's standing there, and in his hand, the blood trail leads all the way to where he's standing, and then he's standing at the end of it, and the blood trail kind of leads off the bridge on the railing, and then it kind of cuts off because the bridge ends there. I mean,
Oh shit! He threw Tamar off the bridge.
So there's a river there, and you see in his hand that he's holding one of the daggers of venom that you guys found when you went to search for it in the captain's quarters. He has
Who's
that in his hand.
surprised? Not me.
And as you sort of approach a little bit with your concerned expression, maybe, depending on how you want to look,
To be fair, it's Tamar. He's just like, oh, that's mildly sad. Okay.
with your mildly disappointed expression, you approach, and he kind of looks at you, and his expression is maybe not what you'd expect. He doesn't look like he's been caught in the middle of anything like that. He kind of looks to you with a smile, and he kind of nods to you, and he says, "Good work." And he kind of looks at you, and he kind of nods and motions to your hand. And if you choose to look down, and you kind of look down at what on earth he's possibly looking at, you notice kind of now, for the first time, looking down at your own person, that you too are covered in a bit of blood, which is a bit uncore. But then you quickly realize what he's looking at, and you're also holding a dagger. The other dagger of venom that he gave to you. And that one is also covered in blood. And as you kind of look back at him and his smiling, dumb face, your vision starts to blur a little bit as well.
Can I Sparta kick him off the bridge?
You can run up and try kick him.
This is Dungeons and Dragons!
Do I have to make a check for that?
Yeah, roll to attack.
Okay.
My abs.
That's cocked. This is 13. It's a 13 plus anything.
If you're just doing an unarmed strike, then you can add your. How do unarmed strikes work? It's your strength modifier
That
on
would
top
make
of
it
your
a
roll.
14.
Yeah, you add your strength.
Oh. My unarmed strike is +1.
Yes.
That'll be the damage. But for the roll itself, the roll to attack, that's just your roll 13, which does meet it and beat it.
Huh.
And where do you want to Sparta kick him? Do you want to kick him in the? Where do you want to kick
Yeah,
him?
in the water. It'd be funny.
No, I meant where on his body? Do you want to kick him in his
Sparta
face?
kick him.
Oh, right in the chest.
Like-
Okay.
Yeah.
You yell, "This is Sparta!" And you kick him right off the bridge, and you do some amount of damage. And at that point, as his grinning, silly face, which seems to, it's a bit of a juxtaposition against the situation that you find yourselves in.
Oh, I
His
knew
face
it wasn't
falls-
really him. I just wanted to kick him.
Yeah, I mean, this is a dream. That's kind of like your dreams are. That's how they work.
I
you
feel
know?
like Cord does like that kind of stuff in his dreams just because he can.
It's like I will just kick you just because I can.
I think he kicks everyone in his dreams. That's how he ends all of his dreams.
Oh my
It's
god,
canon.
it's just a little bit brutal, but hey, we stand our boy.
He has a -1.
He's kicking
strength.
in. He kicks Jade. Jade doesn't move. He stubs
Yeah.
his toe. Ah!
So you
I
kick
think he'll
Jade.
just
Okay,
break
so
his foot.
you kick Jade and it connects. You're gonna take 1d4 bludgeoning damage to your leg core.
No, it's like when Brian hit Sobek and hurt his hand more than doing any damage. It's like weak boys.
The weak boy crew. But
Weak
hey,
boys.
as he Technicolor Dariel falls into the
Jade in the
depths of the river.
Technicolor
That sounds like a story. As he falls and he sort of plummets. Those are the same thing. He falls into the water and it makes a splash as your dream comes to an end.
Capital, sha-la-la, Tamara's dead. Sha-la-la, I might have done it too.
Thanks,
Far,
Emma.
far away.
Ooh.
L'Ariel is falling, sha-la-la, into the river, sha-la-la, and I kicked him down. That's all I have. Goodbye.
Thank you very much for that performance. I appreciate it very much.
You're welcome. Oh,
Alright, with that core, you awaken just a little bit as you realize that this was a dream. Although you kind of knew that it was one to begin with. I mean, you kick people in your dreams very regularly, so you kind of know what the deal was. And you very quickly get back to your beauty rest as quickly as you can. With that, our last person on the roster for dreaming is Vedriti. So, Aelin, could you, for me, please,
Vedriti.
do me a big favor and roll me a D100 and tell me what you get.
Roll me.
They see me roll me.
It's a 38.
A 38. Okay, hold on. Give me 1 second. Ooh. Oh, you get like a slightly nicer one. All right.
Was that to determine how terrible our dreams were?
I'm not going to tell you how that mechanic works. It's a bit magical, but there's a little bit more to it than just that. But I did a lot of writing, let's say, for this. So, Vridridi, you come to in an area that you don't really recognize at first. And you look around a bit more. You still kind of don't recognize it. It looks very nice. You see flowers, foliage, shrubbery, hedges. You see that sort of stuff around you. You see a nice gravel path that you're kind of walking along. You still don't know where you are. Roll for me a perception check.
Cool. That is a 9.
9? You're looking around for a bit. Look for a little bit longer. You're a little bit distracted by all the foliage here. It's very like, oh, well, this is a nice flower. There's a nice shrub over here. There's a nice leaf. Hello, grasshopper. Hello, stick insect. As you continue your journey through this gravel path. Looking around more, you very quickly realize, oh, wait a minute, there's a castle over there. Right. This looks to be...
That's so perfectly a dream.
Yeah. As you kind of notice this, suddenly pop into view. Could have sworn it wasn't there a minute ago, but it's suddenly there now. You very quickly realize that you're probably in what you'd imagine to be the royal gardens, just outside the front entrance of the royal castle, which resides in Capital. Now, Capital you've been to, and you've lived there, and you've been there for a little while. However, these royal quarters are not ones that you've ever visited before. So this is just kind of your imagination of how this looks on like a close-up level. So tell me, for my reference, and for everybody else, how does this castle look?
It's a castle.
It's a castle? Okay, so you look at it, you think to yourself, yeah, that's a castle.
Yeah, Trudy probably, her first thought is, I shouldn't be here. I'm not supposed to be here. I'm gonna get out of here.
Alright, so, what do you want to do? You've got the castle in front of you. You can turn around if you like.
Yep, going. It's like, that's probably a place I shouldn't be. Gonna go somewhere else.
Alright, so you turn around and you decide you're gonna take a different path around this foliage. You don't feel like you should be really lurking around here. This seems like it's a bit out of your element. So you walk around.
Yeah.
You're trying to look for an exit, but there's just so much gosh darn garden around here. Gosh darn it, who planted all these bushes? There's another one over there. That's like the 1.5 million bush that you've seen today. And as you're kind of observing your surroundings and you look around, very quickly you bump into a figure that you recognize quite quickly, although you've never seen them in person, up close at the very least. Well, actually, you wouldn't have seen them in person at all, I think. And the person in front of you is a very wide, very tall, very well-built, very stout, well-dressed, well-kept Dragonborn. And you quickly recognize this to be the face that you've seen on many a newspaper, bulletin board, and missing poster as the face of the king. King, what's his gosh darn freaking name? King Crimsonheart Dromorgar, who's been missing for the last, I'm gonna say maybe a few weeks, 2 weeks at this point, I think. So while you would have been in Capital, for the majority of the time that you would have been, or well, I don't know how long you've been in Capital, but for a part of the time that you've been there, he's been missing, and you've seen his face a lot on posters and stuff. So you're kind of imagining his face there. It's very scruffy, but very warm, and seems like he's a very loving person, just from the faces that you've seen. But it's hard to tell because you've never seen him, in person or anything like that. But he kind of walks up to you.
Oh, Vridridi, it's good to see you. Thank you for coming on such short notice. I have been requesting your presence. It's an emergency. Will you come with me?
Sure.
Thank you.
And he starts walking with you and kind of like leads you in the direction that you were kind of going away from. He's walking you back to the castle now. You see, and he's like holding his head down, arms by his sides, kind of just walking with a bit of a like a waddly strut, like he's barely holding himself together in some ways, but very kingly at the same time. Very regal, but he's a bit of a waddler. He's like a big penguin, but he's a dragonborn. Don't you love these descriptions?
He's like a penguin, but he's a dragonborn, but he's barely holding himself together,
It's
but he's
all-
very confident.
Yes. I mean, well, actually, for a kingly dragonborn, how does he look to you? In your dream, how's he dressed? What is he wearing?
Probably whatever he was wearing on the missing posters.
He would have been wearing just his regular kind of
That's
regal
such
gowns.
a logical answer.
Makes sense. It would have cut off about chest height, but you're kind of imagining how those robes would be draped to the floor. Very regal. He doesn't wear a crown, or at least he wasn't wearing one in the wanted posters. Sorry, the wanted posters. In the missing person posters. The king, he's wanted for treason against the crown. Wait a minute, can we do that, sir?
I'm a wanted man.
No, okay, so you imagine him that way. He's not wearing a crown because he wasn't wearing one in the posters in that case, or in the pictures that they used of him. You see, and he kind of keeps talking.
It's my daughter. Something is very wrong with her, and we need somebody to have a look at her. And I know that you're a traveling medic, but I've heard very much good about the work that you do and provide, and what you've done for our military, and for that I cannot thank you enough. But if you would allow me to, please let me take you to my daughter's chambers. It's her leg, I fear. I don't know what's wrong with it.
And kind of motions for you. And at this point, you've already, before you know it, you've reached the front door of the castle. Wow, that was a quick walk. How did that happen? So he kind of motions, and he's kind of looking to you like, as if he's expecting a response in terms of, are you going to do this for me? Please help.
She just kind of gestures like, okay, take me to her.
Thank you very much. I'm forever in your debt.
And he kind of grabs your hand and he gives it a kiss. Mwah! This way.
Okay.
It's a bit much. You've never seen the king do that.
Yeah.
But, hey, dreams are a little bit weird like that sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
So he leads you through. He opens the door, and inside you see kind of a royal, golden staircase, red carpets, everything. You see candelabras, chandeliers, all the things. You see loads of candles, you see loads of lights. It's very magical. You see servants walking around. Up the spiral staircase he kind of goes. It's not really a spiral staircase. It's kind of like the ones where like you can go left or right, and they kind of arc up to the same point in the middle. It's kind of a hallway. He leads you up the stairs. You walk down the hallway, you look to your left, you look to your right, you see doors on either side. It seems like it stretches on for infinity, it's hard to say. As you walk for a little bit, you turn around, you turn back, and the doors just stretch on, ad infinitum. And after a short while of walking, it's hard to say if it felt like a couple of minutes, a couple of days. It's hard to tell. Time passes a bit strangely in these dreams. Eventually, after some amount of time, you eventually end up at a door. And he knocks on it for a moment. And you hear kind of a moaning from inside. Come in. He opens the door very quietly.
My daughter, how are you feeling? I've brought the finest medic in all the land. Retreating.
No, you mean my mother.
And he kind of looks to you with an interesting expression. Very hard to read. It's almost blank. And he pauses for a very awkward amount of time as you say that.
She is the best medic. Not, I'm training.
Ah, yes! And he pauses again for what seems like an awkward amount of time.
My apologies.
That's so unsettling.
And he pauses again for a little bit. Daughter! How are you feeling? And then you kind of look at you're looking at him up and down, and he seems kind of weird now. Now that you've kind of spent a little bit of time around him, he seems a bit unkingly with how he's acting. You look at the daughter. She's on her bed, in her kind of nightgown kind of thing. She's wearing pajamas. Shorter dragonborn, much more what's the word? Much shorter in stature, but she's still kind of as stout as the king kind of is. You guess that being royalty, they probably have similar lifestyles, and she kind of resembles the king to a degree. I mean, it is his daughter after all. Looking her up and down, she seems to just kind of be in pain. It's hard to tell. She's not like clutching any part of her body. The king says it's her leg, and he's kind of looking at you expectantly at this point. What do you want to do?
I'd like to do a medicine check.
All right, roll for me a medicine check. That's what I was hoping you were going to say.
Yep. Let's see. That is 22.
22? Whoo! Alright. So very quickly you inspect her, and you narrow it down. what it seems the king has said is mostly correct. It's her left leg where a lot of pain seems to be radiating from. Kind of feeling her leg up and down a little bit. You get kind of a very interesting feeling. You're feeling her right leg as well, just to get a kind of a comparison to see what a healthy leg versus her clearly painful leg feels like. And she's kind of wincing a bit, but she's not complaining a whole lot. She realizes this is probably for her best, and it's your dream. You kind of don't want your patients to squirm around too much when you do this to them. So she seems to be complying. As you sort of feel her leg, you feel a lot of strange lumps in her leg. Almost like tumors. And they've kind of grown up to the point just above her knee, just below her pelvis kind of area. But past that point, they seem to have kind of spread. And from your medicine check, you know that these kinds of tumors that grow in these kinds of areas to this large of a degree cause permanent nerve damage. And the king kind of looks to you as you're sort of doing your medicine check. And he says,
She's not been able to walk properly. I don't know what we have to do. It's been getting worse.
and from just looking at her leg, you gather as well that this sort of lump form will probably go further and further up her body if nothing is done about it.
Judy would tell the king that.
Okay, so you let the
All
king
that.
know.
Unload all of the medical knowledge.
Okay. I understand. So what do you suggest that we do? Or what do you suggest doing yourself?
I will compensate you however much you think is needed for whatever operation you need to perform. Just please,
I don't want to lose my daughter.
So, going off your medicine check, one of the possible and easier to perform procedures for this type of treatment is to amputate the entire leg and install a prosthetic. That's kind of a general, straightforward, common solution. And that's the one that kind of comes to you first. Now, you being a medical expert, if you have any other creative ideas, feel free to lay them onto the king. But that's kind of from the damage that's already been caused to the leg itself, and the very real possibility of drastic and quick kind of spreading of whatever it is that's eating her leg up. Amputation is generally what's done in these circumstances. So what do you want to do? How do you want to approach this? What do you want to tell me all about it?
Tell me all about the amputation you want to
Okay. Without really any expression, she would just kind of explain that is kind of like the general.
Okay. So you're laying kind of like it down on the king.
Yeah.
He kind of nods for a little bit, and his eyes are getting a little bit watery as you're telling him the information.
I think I understand.
But you know, I don't have to think about it too much, because I know that I would rather lose just a part of my daughter than lose her altogether. So, if that is what you determine, or have determined is the correct response, then by all means, we have an operating table that we can take her to if you need to.
Okay, with my medicine check, do I know about how much time she's got, or...
She's got about a day before it starts going into her upper body. So it's quick. It's very quick.
Okay. Then yeah, Trudy would probably attempt to do this herself, then try to ask for like assistance, because it's like, she don't have a lot of time.
Alright, so with the king's help, you carry her to the operation chamber, which in this dream world is only a few doors down in the same corridor. Bit of a weird placement considering there's a bedroom over here and a few doors down there's a medical chamber over there. But hey,
She
dream.
would also ask if they have any like house physicians on staff.
We do have a few. However, they have been unable to
Come up with anything else. And we don't have anybody quite as talented at our disposal as you at the moment, I think. Hence why I sought you out. Thank you, by the way. He's kind of got a tear rolling down his cheek just a little bit at this point. He's having a hard time. But He looks like he's very grateful. Unless you want to do anything else, then we'll head to the chamber to perform.
She definitely does want the assistance of
Multiple people?
basically his,
Alright,
Yeah.
you let him know, and he says, Alright, you lay her down
because
in
they
this
haven't
room.
been able to come up with another solution does not mean they will not need their help.
Very good thinking. I wish I had thought of that myself. I'm quite incompetent as a king, so I thank you. Now,
He's a very honest king.
hey, he's, you know. So, he kind of nods to you, and he motions towards the door. I'll let you set up. I'll go get assistance from everyone that I can round up. And he leaves. Now, you enter, if you do enter, this room.
Yep.
It's a medical operating table. Looks very regal. There's a lot of gold everywhere. It's a little bit tacky. You probably wouldn't design your own home this way. It's a bit much, but it's very, we have a lot of money and we spent it everywhere we could kind of thing. So, you've got a very golden operating table. You've got all the tools that you need. Granted, it's a little bit less golden than the rest of the house, but hey, it's still got that royal touch. That is a trademark of the royal family.
I mean, as long as it's sterile, you know.
Yeah, it looks like it would be. It's very, very metallic, despite the ornate additions. So you lay down the daughter on the table. She seems kind of like she's a bit out of it already. Like the pain is kind of a bit much for her to bear, and she's not doing it that much. You have all the things that you need. You got the anesthetic there, if you choose to apply it, and you're ready to start whenever you need. Now, it'll take a couple moments if you want to wait for the assistants to arrive.
Yep.
So after a few minutes of waiting, the king comes
This is
back.
not a one-person job.
The amputation, ooh. The king comes back and he brings with him 2 assistants. And they're already dressed in medical gear. You can't really, it's hard to determine how they look underneath the mask and everything like that as well. And if you look around, you'll notice that there is equipment for you to wear as well, should you choose to don it. It is your dream after all. So you put that stuff on, you're also draped in medical wear. You can tell that those...
Professional, even in dream.
Yep. And since this is your dream, what do the assistants look like? You've got 2 of them. How are they race-wise, height-wise? What do they look like? Give me your dream aesthetic.
I don't think she'd actually be paying attention beyond like the mask.
Okay, they look like amorphous blobs that kind of vaguely resemble a humanoid form, and they're there to help. And they're there to help you. Alright, so, now that you're here, they're going to help you, so everything you roll medicine-wise is going to be with advantage. So, you have the daughter there. You've taken off the clothing that you need so that you can get to the leg. And you see it there, and you see it in its like lumpy form right now. And it's not like it's moving or anything like that. It seems like it's a very partially dead leg at this point. So, roll a medicine check for me. Let's see how we go. With advantage, actually, because you're getting assistance.
Okay. 24.
24? You're doing well. So
I rolled a 16 and an 18.
Oh, nice. Those are good rolls. Okay, so
Yeah.
explain to me, because this is your dream and you're doing this, how exactly you want this operation to go down. I'm going to say that with your roll, everything you do is going to be successful. You have a lot of confidence in your ability in this moment.
We're gonna avoid all the gory details.
Mhm.
Drudy does the thing.
Drudy does the thing? Okay, you do the thing, you do it well, you make sure all the things are covered up. Okay, long story short, you remove the problem from the actor. You've got the leg detached. And she's sitting there now. And she kind of looks at you, you're kind of dazed. You've applied anesthetic, so she's kind of dazed and hazed a little bit, but she's coming to a little bit. You apply a little bit more, she falls back asleep. You continue. You work through it. You reattach a prosthetic leg. What does the prosthetic leg look like? What's the aesthetic that you would imagine in your dream world?
Probably just as natural as it could to basically what her leg would look like.
Okay, so it's kind of made of metallic materials, and it's kind of decorated in little ornate pieces of gold, a little bit of jewelry. She is a royal after all, so you think, hey, it's kind of suitable. But for the most part, it resembles as far as prosthetics go, it resembles a very natural looking leg. And the king looks at you, and he's got a beaming smile, and he's just sort of nodding.
Retreaty, I cannot thank you enough. You've done a tremendous favor for me and my family, and we will forever be in your debt. Thank you.
And at this point, your vision starts to blur a little bit. And the world is starting to collapse in on itself. Is there anything else you want to say to the king or the daughter or the assistants? As you're kind of awakening from your dream.
Probably just like reply like be well and take care of your daughter.
He sort of nods. And with that, you kind of, you struggle awake a little bit. You wake up from your dream for just a moment and you realize that you were dreaming all along. It's a bit of a weird dream. But hey, dreams are weird. And now with that, the dreams are done. So, at this point, for Druidi, actually, since you wake up, it's actually very good timing. Frederick and Mort are going to come down to where you're sleeping.
Oh, Vrudriti. We just finished our watch. It's time for you to go. I'll wake up Cloud.
So he wakes Cloud, and you guys go up to the deck. Is there anything you want to do while you're up here? While you roll for me a perception check of the nearby area.
Okay. No, she just wants to keep very good watch. With a wait. Oh. Sorry, I forgot I was proficient.
That's a mood.
With a 15.
Cash.
Alright, with a 15, so you look around, you don't notice too much. However, one thing that does kind of catch your eye is that shack on that island in the distance, that seems to have that hole in it that Core's Familiar saw. I think it was Core's Familiar?
Mm-hmm.
See, it's now in the dead of night, you can kind of tell. It's kind of very, very faintly glowing. A little bit. And I want you to roll for me a d12.
6.
6? Okay. While it's going on, you kind of look at it with a little bit of suspicion on your mind. You think, that's a bit weird. But after a while, you kind of think, okay, well, I gotta check the rest of the area, so I'm not just looking at the one thing. And you look around, you take in the night sky, stars, looks beautiful. This aesthetic is what you live for. Aelin, maybe you. Mostly. The stars, the sprawling stars across the sky, looks beautiful.
Loving it.
And Emma,
Is
too.
the moon out?
The moon is out. You see it in the distance. I think I mentioned this in the past before, but it is shaped like a D12 itself. So it's kind of like bumpy and stuff. Which, to a normal person, might be weird. However, in this campaign, that's very normal to all of you. I think I mentioned this like in session 1 or something, or session 2. But it's D12
I have
shaped.
completely forgotten this, but that's crazy.
It's like a random tidbit. So it looks very geometrical in the sky, but it looks very pretty. It's very nice. It's shining bright, reflecting the light of the sun. It's kind of lighting up the general area. But for the most part, it goes by peacefully. You don't see anything. Cloud is just barely holding it together. He's very, very sleepy. He looks like he just wants to get back to bed. He doesn't really say much. He's just not very happy to be awake at the moment. And you get that kind of vibe from him.
Yeah, Drudy would like, just in a kind of like moment of quiet, she would say a prayer underneath the moonlight.
Okay. Would you like to roll anything, or what do you want to do? Do you want to just say a prayer?
No, it's just kind of
Okay.
basically she performed some sort of like surgery in her dream, so she would want to do that.
Okay. Cool. You pray, and you're filled with a sort of like a warm sense of calm energy as the night goes by peacefully, and nothing else happens really. So after your night watch is done, time passes, you go back, and you and Cloud go wake up Jade. And Dariel, who's also kind of asleep.
Okay.
They knock on your chambers.
Immediately I
also-
answer. I've been standing there the whole time just facing it since I had my dream, like I think I just woke up, like hello.
Nice.
It is time for your watch.
Was your watch eventful? Anything I need to look out for?
There was something glowing, but that is about it.
Are you sure it wasn't me?
Jade is glowing. Quite literally.
You know, now I'm not sure.
Okay.
Alright, and with that, you and Dariel make your way up to the top, and just like for Judy before, I want you to roll for me a perception check and a d12.
I will roll these dice together.
And now it's like, with the time that has passed, it's kind of coming to the end of the night. So this is, as soon as this watch sort of ends, there'll be
It's breaking
early
dawn?
morning. Yeah.
Part 1, you could say.
Yes, exactly.
15 on my perception,
Mhm.
and 15 on my d12, and 4 on the d12.
Ooh. Ooh, a 4 on the D12, you say? That's not an interesting number for any reason.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
What's happening?
So with your perception check, you and Dariel kind of keep watch. You're on the deck and you're looking around. And you're looking around and you see the night sky kind of sort of lighting up and the stars are starting to disappear as the sun is just barely getting out of bed and launching itself into view above the horizon. And you very quickly notice the glowing that Rodri was talking about. You notice the shack on the island is glowing. Fairly strongly, you can tell pretty easily right now from where you're looking. And Dario looks to you and he looks out because he notices it too. He kind of looks at you again and he says,
You know
you say.
You know something about this?
He shakes his head. No. But I wonder, and as he says that, a loud cuts him off as a winged beast bursts through whatever is left of the shack at this point. And it's a loud enough crash and rumbling that all of you wake up at this point, which is about time. Baron and Cora, Verdridi, you're all shaken awake, as well as the NPCs, by the rumbling of whatever's going on top deck. And you can't see it yet, but you hear a loud, screeching roar from... Well, you can't tell because you're underneath the deck at the moment. But Jade and Dariel, from your points of view, you see a rare beast. A rare boy that... They exist around the world. There aren't that many of them left anymore nowadays. However, they do, on occasion, sometimes pop up. Although none of you have ever seen one before, or encountered one in any way, shape, or form until this point. A wyvern is looking in your direction.
Can I make a nature check to see whether this is a animal I could potentially tame, or is it aggressive?
Yes, you can make an animal handling check. Okay.
I was thinking nature to.
Sorry. Nature check. Yeah, go for it.
It's not good. It's 7. So
7?
Never mind.
It's really hard to tell. You've never actually encountered a wyvern before. This is kind of a new one to you. But you think also maybe, who knows, with the right attitude, aptitude, application of yourself, you might be able to tame any creature. Who knows? It's hard to say. Core, Baron, Verdridi, what are you guys doing in response to the loud crashing noise that you would have heard from top deck?
Gonna go, run up for Jade.
Alright.
In this time that it takes them to get up there, how does it act? And if it attacks, I'm going to defend.
Okay. It stares for a moment. Flapping its wings, looking around. And it's far from you. It's about 100 feet at the moment. It's kind of just scanning its horizon. But it finds the boat kind of quickly, and it notices it's out of place, and it's kind of staring in your direction. And it starts rocketing towards you, flying full speed. After a moment.
Yep,
it would be enough time for everybody to make it to top deck, if that's where you're going.
Right, then I'm going to... Patient defense. I'm expecting an action.
Okay.
I'm expecting something to come at me, bro.
Core, Baron?
So patient defense is...
Yep.
It takes a bonus action, but I am ready for an attack, and I can use the dodge action on my turn.
Okay. Oh, cool. Okay, I get you.
Dodge action to avoid it.
Core, where are you at?
I'm just opening my character page.
Nice.
He's probably going to Jade though.
Okay, so you're with Jade. Baron, where are you at?
I'm just gonna go up to the top deck where I heard the sound.
Okay, you're on top deck with the others as well. Verdridi, what about you? How are you looking?
Oh, the instant she heard something, she would have kind of assumed, oh, something has gone wrong on Jade's watch, and run for Jade.
Alright, cool. So you're all on top deck. And as this wyvern is rocketing towards you, I want you all to roll some initiative for me, boys. Let's do it.
Ooh.
11.
Nice, nice, nice.
It ain't it today.
So, Core, I want you to tell me what your Dex modifier is.
Oi.
Welcome back.
1. I was here the whole time.
Oh, okay. Welcome back, camera view. Now we can see the wonderful Core in the flesh.
Sometimes I just lean back like this, and I don't think you all need to see that. So
We definitely do. 100%. So, what's your Dex modifier?
1.
1? Okay, cool, cool, cool. So you're here. Baron, what did you get?
22.
20. Oh my god! Baron!
Oh
chill.
mein Gott!
Holy moly, Baron! Roll somersaulting into action. Jade, how did you go?
I rolled an 8. It's the lowest I've ever rolled on initiative for my
Oof, okay.
got very good dex.
Alright. Verdridi, how did you go?
Also an 11
What's your
Oh,
Dex
dang.
modifier?
plus 1. It's a 12.
Okay, cool. So, do you want to have a roll off with Lily?
She would let Core go first.
Alright, cool, 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 cool.
Okay.
That makes it easier for my notes because I squeezed these together way too. Oh my god. Writing initiative is annoying. It's like, this is enough space, and then you have to like squeeze like 5 people in the. Okay. So,
Yeah.
This isn't updated.
first in the
I
order.
didn't print out my new sheet, Thomas.
Oh,
Oh,
D&D Beyond is there for a reason, Babu.
it's
I
good.
like having it in paper.
I do too.
Alright, so, first in the initiative order, rolling into the scene of the action, like Sonic the Hedgehog, is Baron. Baron, you are super
Oh,
fast.
yes.
You notice, or you see that there's a wyvern in the sky. You've never seen one in person, but you kind of know what wyverns are. All of you would. You would have read about it if you've never seen one before. You definitely would have heard about them. They're in folklore here and there. It's very rare to see one, but they do still exist.
How far is he? The
From you
wyvern.
now, the island that he came from is about 100 feet, but he's made a few feet of. He's maybe approached 40 feet more, so he's about 60 feet away from you all. So, what would you like to do?
Find somewhere to hide.
Okay, well, you've got a whole ship, so you can hide under the deck or in the captain's quarters or behind a mast or something like that if you'd like to position yourself that way. If you want to
Yeah.
still be in the
Okay.
action. Say again.
Yeah, I want to still be in action, but I want to hide.
Okay, so if you.
You want to use your action to hide, right?
yeah.
So if you want to, you can hide behind, like, a mast or something. Because those pillars are pretty big. I would recommend not hiding behind the one that's partially keeled over, but that's been repaired. But it's entirely your choice which one you do choose to go behind. But
Oh
we
no,
can
I don't want to hide behind that one.
we can say that you're close to the rest of the crew. I apologize for not having a map, by the way, but we'll do our best. It's gonna be nice. It's gonna be a nice fluid battle. So
I
you're
always say that, Thomas. Don't jinx it.
so you're hiding behind a pillar, big mast, big wooden boy. You're still close enough to be in the action. You're within everybody's reach, and everybody's pretty close to each other anyway. Is there anywhere you want to be positioned specifically to anybody else as well? Otherwise, I'm going to say that you're all maybe within.
Everyone else is like specifically, so it's hard to like imagine.
Well, okay. Where does everyone want to be positioned? Because everybody like ran to the deck.
I probably instinctively ran towards it, so I might be a bit ahead of the others.
Okay, so you might be a bit closer to like the edge of the ship against the railing, maybe, or closer to that point.
Yeah.
Okay, so you'll be maybe like 10 feet away from everybody else, 15 feet maybe. It's not a very huge ship. Actually, it's pretty big, but far enough away. Core, where do you want to be located?
He's probably like a bit behind Jade.
Okay, a bit behind Jade, so like in between Jade and in between, like midway between the pillory boy and like Jade, who's this cube. So you're like over here.
Sure.
All right, Verdridi, where do you want to be located?
probably nearest Core.
Okay, so you and Core are kind of in the close proximity to each other. So, with Baron's action out of the way, Baron, is there anything else you want to do on your turn? You still have a bonus action, a little bit of movement. If you want to just stay hide behind the pillar, I'll allow you to yell something out if you want to do that as an action, as a bonus action or something. But otherwise,
I'll out, and that's it.
Wait, what did you shout? You cut off when you said you'll shout.
Wyvern.
Oh, wyvern.
Wyvern.
I like it.
Yeah, Wyvern.
Oh no. So, I've decided we're kicking. Darren from the
Oni-chan is a
campaign.
wyvern, the new isekai
Oh, no.
anime coming to screens.
Oh my goodness. Quinny makes an anime. Okay, so you yell that as you do. Next in the order is Dariel himself, and he's going to use his turn because he's kind of positioned. He's closer to Jade, maybe because you guys would have been taking the watch together, so he's kind of there with you, but he's a bit behind you now. He'll use his turn to say, "Wait, I can talk to wyverns." And it'll make sounds at it.
Fuck you in wyvern.
And since this is it's gonna be like a little fun thing. I pre-rolled some stuff for his yodel there. Not going very well in pre-rolling, let's just say. So Wyvern doesn't look impressed. He rolled a nat 1 on his animal handling. So with that out of the way, Dariel thinks he's doing a fantastic job. He knows what he's doing. He's done this before. Clearly, he's definitely not making this up on the spot from stuff he's read about wyverns. Now,
Right, Dario.
next in the order, hilariously enough, is the wyvern itself, who's going to use its turn. Let me just bring up its. Hold on, which page is this? Holy shoot! This Dariel's a sorcerer. He doesn't have. He's a little bit of a squish. Ooh.
Don't want to attack the big beefy boy who's.
The problem is that with what I've rolled now, the wyvern seems to be kind of annoyed at the fact that Dariel is making these sounds. It's actually having the exact opposite intended effect.
What happened to my
Right,
light?
buy key point. Actually, no. Does it go?
So it's going to use its turn to
Never mind.
fly 60 feet towards you, so it's right at you. It's right at Dariel. Unless, it has to fly by you first. So if...
No, I can't do anything.
Okay, so it's not attacking you specifically, it's going to fly straight over you. And it's going to use a multi-attack on Dariel. So, it's going to make 2 attacks. So we've got to roll for its attacks. Dariel, please. This might be a bad idea. Oh, Dariel coming in with the... Well, it's not really his doing or anything like that. It's moving a bit too fast. It critically misses as it tries to do... it tries to bite with its big jaws. It kind of lunges right at Dariel and crashes... Not really crashes, but kind of like... plunges its face into the floorboards of the ship, of the deck. And it misses, it kind of scrapes as it does its bite. And it takes its second attack. It's going to try to do a claw attack with its claws. It's going to swing them as it kind of slides along the deck a little bit, just past Dariel, trying to swing at him. And it misses. None of those hits do any damage. It rolled it. Oh, wait a minute, hold on. Did I add that? It's... Oh, just barely. It looks like it's going to miss. However, that claw attack, one of its claws, does make contact with Dariel's foot, slashing his ankle, and it does. Oh my god.
Kill him. He dies from a foot wound. It festers over time, and then we are all.
It's the Oregon Trail. Okay, it's got to do this much damage. Where is my other one of these dice? What? Oh, there it is. I only have 2. This can't be that hard to find. It does.
Don't relate.
Ooh, a fair amount of slashing damage, not too much. Dario looks like he's been slashed quite brutally. He clutches his leg. Ah! And he just kind of screams out. Takes a lot of damage. He's bleeding quite profusely. It's done a big gash in his leg. And with that out of the way, next in the order is our shiny boy, Core. Core, what do you want to do?
Okay, how far away is the wyvern boy?
It's within 30 feet of you.
Okay. I want to use Phantasmal Force.
What does that do?
Pretty funky thing.
What doesn't that do?
I want to make an illusion of a sexy wyvern for this wyvern behind it. Just like flying around like, hey. Very svelte. Bright,
Okay.
sparkly eyes.
What the wyvern sexuality is?
We don't know.
We don't know. Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
It's just a sexy wyvern. I didn't specify the gender on this one.
It's gotta be. Is it sexy to core? Like, how are you judging this?
If it's sexy to core, it has to be very high standard.
Okay, it's very,
Just saying.
it's very
Debate.
sexy wyvern.
Yep.
Um.
And I'm gonna get it to just like fly around the wyvern to try and get its attention.
Okay. How does that work? Is it just there, like in the space? Like, do I have to roll anything? Do you have to roll anything? How does that work?
If the wyvern thinks something is up, like if it has a reason to suspect this isn't real, it can make a intelligence check.
Okay. I get you. Okay.
I gotcha.
You get me. Best movie of
So
2017.
you do that. Do you want to move or do anything else?
Nah, I'm gonna wait.
All right, cool. In that case, with your turn now ending, with the
Got my
sexy
bit.
wyvern in place as part of your plan, Verdridi, you're next up in the initiative order. What would you like to do?
I think considering that nobody's actively attacked the wyvern yet, she's going to just her bonus action to cast Healing Spirit on Dario.
Ooh.
So what that does is, because it's going to take its Dario's going to it appears in his space and gives him a d6 healing.
Okay.
So he gets back
How much back?
6.
Ooh, critical heal.
Yes.
He's looking quite a bit better.
And then when he starts his turn in that same space, he'll get more healing.
Oh, okay. Sweet. All right. Daryl's looking a lot better.
Basically, yeah, this ethereal dryad appears in his space.
All right.
Lasts for a
So
minute.
as you cast your spell and this ethereal dryad does appear within vicinity, you see the gash on his leg begin to heal up quite a bit. It seems like you've done a lot of healing, and he's just kind of left with a minor wound and a lot of scarring, and it seems like he's doing a lot better than he was before. Next in the order is our tall boy, strong boy Jade. What is up?
I
What do you
don't
want to do?
You say it's just about Breaking Dawn? Part 1?
Yeah, it's sunrise now.
Okay. Then I would like to rush forward.
Mm-hmm.
And I will... I want to jump onto its back.
Okay.
Because I can only hit it if it's near me, and I feel like it's got wings. If it's going to fly away, then we don't want this. So I'm going to try and jump onto the wyvern's back. Can I do that?
Yeah, sure.
My speed is 40 feet.
40 feet? You can definitely make it. So if you want to do that, because it's within like 10 feet of you.
Sure. Should I do acrobatics to see if I get on it, or something like that?
Yep, just roll an acrobatics check, and I'll let you know how it goes.
Oh. That's really bad. 8.
8? Okay, with how close it is to you, you fumble around just a little bit, but you do make it onto its back. You kind of clutch on. It's a large being, so you've got a lot to jump on. So you clutch kind of onto the wyvern, and you pull yourself onto its back. What would you like to do from here?
I'm going to... I'm going to pull back my punch, and I look at the sun, and I pull back my arm in just a way that the sunlight reflects onto my fully gemstone body, illuminating my hand. And you know how sometimes in a sunspot, if you like move glass, it creates that kind of burning ray onto the ground?
Yep.
That kind of happens, but it like fractures, and like it sort of blasts onto the back of the wyvern, and I'm just gonna punch with one hand, and then I'm going to punch, keep that momentum, reach back, and whack up with my staff, pulling it from under my arm this time. I don't even know if this is possible.
Yeah, it's possible. Let's do it. This sounds cool as. We'll say that it uses up all of your movement and extra action to pull it out and all that stuff, but hell yeah, it's possible.
So, yeah, Radiant Sunbolt.
Alright, so roll to hit.
That's the... Yep. Okay, so let's do this thing. I get to do it twice. I get to do it twice.
Oh my
Shit.
goodness.
Okay, I punch once, thwack up with my bow, and then with my other arm, I just whack onto the side of its head.
Alright.
This is so cool.
Holy
Okay.
moly, the damage.
The first one is 18.
That hits.
Okay. The bow is quarterstaff is what it's called. Oh, that's definitely not going to hit. It's an 8.
That just does not hit, unfortunately.
Just shit. And then the second one is a 16.
That does, in fact, hit.
Sweet. Okay, so 1d4, 1d4. Just gonna roll lots of d4s. Okay. Oh, that's good. 8.
Oof.
Okay. 8, 11, 13, plus 3 is 16, plus 3 is 19, plus 3 is 22, plus 3 is 25 points of damage.
Oh! Oh my
Of which
god!
8 plus 3 plus 3 is 6. So, of which 14 is radiant damage
Okay,
from the sun.
so you hear it yell out, "Oh, my back!" No, it doesn't actually yell that out, but you hear it
And I'm
roar as you do all this damage.
Glowing.
Kind of flaps its wings and kind of jolts around just a little bit. Can't really do anything much on its. It's not its turn, but you do a fair bit of damage, and it looks like the damage that you've done is pretty brutal. It's caused quite a bit of a gash, quite a bit of a bruise, a bit of a wound. It's bleeding.
Yep. Sweet.
So,
Yeah, and you know how when like light hits like a
Mm.
jewel, and there's that kind of kaleidoscope effect.
yeah,
there's
it like
that
refracts and all that
in
stuff.
shades of like white and gold and green on the sort of deck of the ship from my hands.
That's cool. That's cool. I like it. It's lit up. It's lit in here. Okay,
It's
sweet.
lit.
With that amazing display, Baron, it's now your turn. What would you like to do? You're currently cowering behind a pillar, watching all this take place. What would you like to do to this boy, if anything?
I walk out. I still behind the pillar, but I cast hideous laughter on Ivan
Okay. How does that work?
to do a wisdom saving throw.
All right. So I'll do a wisdom roll in that case. Let's do a wisdom saving throw. Oof. Ooh, that's a 10.
Okay, so it fails, but so what happens is it becomes prone,
The wyvern is prone. Holy moly. Okay.
incapacitated, and unable to stand up.
Where it's incapacitated in what?
Unable to stand up.
Damn, dude.
I start laughing a lot,
Holy moly. Okay.
and it can make another wisdom saving throw.
Another one. Okay, I'll make another wisdom save.
At the end of on its turn, isn't it?
Oh, okay. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, at the end of each turns. End of each of its turns.
Oh, okay. Is it to become unincapacitated? To become...
Yeah, to break free
Yes.
from the spell effect.
Is it capacitated?
Of hideous laughter.
Okay,
To shake off the effects.
right. And then it can use its movement to get up. Okay, I get you.
Yeah,
Holy
so now
moly,
it's
this is intense. Alright, it's prone, it's incapacitated. It's knocked out, dude.
And he has to keep laughing.
And it's laughing, and it's making a noise. It's very weird. You've never heard a wyvern laugh, but you're suspecting that this is what that probably is. So, with the wyvern doing its shtick on the ground, we'll move on to Dariel's turn, who's been kind of injured and he's kind of mad. He's just a little bit mad. So what can he do? Let's have a look. Dariel.
Ignore my noise, I'm sorry.
All right, I'm ignoring it. Okay.
Oh, did he started his turn in the same space?
Yes. How much does he get back?
He gets 1 back. Wasn't a great roll this time.
Hells yeah.
He kind of glows a little bit more as his health kind of starts to regenerate, and he feels the difference. He's going to look at the wyvern now that it's incapacitated and it's laughing really, really loudly. Let's see. He's going to cast Thunderclap at the wyvern because he's kind of mad. He's kind of mad at this wyvern. So, the wyvern's going to need to do is it's going to need to make a wisdom saving... Wait, no, sorry. A constitution saving throw. So let's have a look how this boy does.
Is that an area of effect spell by any chance?
Yes, but it's only... Oh, wait a minute.
I'm on its back.
Oh, true. Alright.
Okay.
Daryl doesn't take this into account. He's doing it anyway. It's a 5-foot radius, so only you are affected being on its back. So, you need to make for me a constitution saving throw.
Okay, I'm about to roll.
Go for it.
17, 38. I said I got a 17.
Yep.
I got a 17.
Hell nah. You and the wyvern both seem to be very much unaffected by his attempts to clap.
Wyvern! Fuck that wyvern.
Yep. So he does his big dramatic, and nothing really happens. And he's just kind of looking at it like, hold on, that was meant to do something. I promise. I swear. Also, he looks at you and he notices that you're there now. And with that, his turn ends. Now is the wyvern's turn, and he can't really do anything, so he's going to try and make a wisdom saving throw to get out of this. Okay, this is a little bit better. However, okay. That is a 15. Does it save?
Oh no! Yeah, he saved it.
Alright. The laughter abruptly comes to an end. Now, does it still get its turn now? Or is that its turn, wisdom saving? Because it's at the end of its turn, right? That it's wisdom saving?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. In that case, it just gets out of it, and now it's just prone. So, with that being the end of its turn, the next person in the order is our boy Kor. Kor, what would you like to do?
I would like to move my wyvern to try and get more of the wyvern's attention.
Alright.
It's so useless.
It's kind of prone on the ground. It's been, like, pretty battered, but hey, you're moving your wyvern around. It's flapping around. It's flapping very...
Wait, I think if it gets... Hold on, let me just check one thing.
Mm.
One little thing.
Just one thing.
Please.
One thing or another. Wait, that's one way or another. No, that's not the lyric. Whoop.
Because you got that.
Actually, I can slap the wyvern with the wyvern's wings and I can deal damage.
Go for it. That sounds hilarious.
Yeah. I'll get my sexy wyvern to slap the wyvern.
Oh my god. Alright.
Not paying it enough attention. I think, wait.
The plot twist is he enjoys it.
Evan, no, what is this?
I don't think I have to roll to hit. I think it's...
I need to set this stream to mature next time. I forgot to do that. Big
Okay,
rip.
I think it's just psychic damage, so it's not actually like a roll hit thing, I don't think.
Okay, is there no save or anything? It just does it.
Well, the wyvern hasn't checked it, so it doesn't actually... No, it's psychic damage. So if the wyvern thinks there's something up, it can do an intelligence save. Aelin can correct me if I'm wrong, but I am reading it. Is this correct? Do you know the spell?
This is correct.
I'll just take it.
Emma,
Yeah.
I know the spell,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Well, it's a 3 damage, but it's the thought that counts, you know?
So you deal 3 damage, 3 psychic damage.
The way it works is that it's like automatic damage as if it was in a dangerous environment, like as if the floor was on fire kind of thing.
I get you.
Something that should damage it, it will. So automatically, if something that can hit it as an illusion would hit it, then it does do damage.
I get
and now
you.
I'm going to close my microphone again so you don't hear my microwave.
So that, and if I then intelligence check it later on, if I save on that, then I know that something's up.
Yep.
Okay, but we'll get to that if it actually does do that. So, with that out of the way, it takes a bit more damage. You can see it kind of writhe on the ground as it's sort of moving around, but it's still prone, so it isn't really doing much. With that done, with your sexy dragoness doing its damage, Vedridi, you're next in the order.
Okay, I'm going to keep the healing spirit up, so Dario can have 4 HP back.
He looks great. He looks like there's nothing wrong with him.
And I'm going to use my action to summon 2 daggers and throw them at the wyvern.
Alright, roll to attack for me, please. Now, if it's prone, I think you get advantage on this.
Oh.
I think that's how it works.
Okay. Well, I know on my notes that I rolled 2 16s on the dice, so...
That definitely hits.
So that is 4 damage for 1.
Yep.
And 5 damage for the other.
So 9 damage in total. Ooh. Ooh. So that is now sitting. Ooh.
And the instant that the daggers like strike it, they just kind of shatter.
You watch as both your daggers meet their mark, and the wyvern's kind of struggling around as it takes all this damage. It looks upset and mad, and like it's gonna take out its anger at any moment, which is not a good place to be in. But hey, you're making work of this wyvern. You're making it work, and it's on what is this math? -9. That's what it's on. So with that out of the way, Jade, you're coming up now.
Yes. Okay. So I'm going to. It's not incapacitated anymore, right?
It's not incapacitated, but it is prone still.
Okay. So then I will pull out my quarterstaff. Well, no, I've sort of already got that out. Quarterstaff out. I'm going to wield. No, first I'll do an unarmed strike. Momentum of that punch, I'm going to grasp the other side of the staff and jab into where I know there's like a pressure point here behind its ear, or it should be on a human, so I'm going to hope it's there on a wyvern.
Yeah.
So that's a unarmed strike and a quarterstaff, red one.
Go for it, and you can roll your attacks with advantage.
Oh, really? Oh, cool.
I think because it's
Well,
prone, I think that's how it works, right? I think you can correct me if I'm wrong on that.
I know, well, 15 and a 9 are the best I'm going to get. So,
Ooh.
20 for the first hit.
Okay.
And then 14 for the second.
They both make it.
Sweet. 24. Okay. Oh, fuck, yes! I'm doing so well! This is almost max damage. Okay.
Holy moly.
8 on the quarterstaff, it's 8 plus 3 is 11 points of damage. And then on the punch, it's 3 plus 3, 6 points of damage. So 17 damage.
Oh. Alright. Oh, it's not doing well. Oh, you can tell that your punches they're making contact and they're pretty brutal. You're making work of this wyvern, dude. It's not looking great at all. It's beaten and battered, and it's looking like it's about halfway to the grave, maybe a bit more. It's hard to say.
I am ready to take this as far as it needs to go. And I think the wyvern has to know this and respect it, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, I think the wyvern does though. It's ready.
Am I right as a punchy boy? Yes.
Punchy boy, I like it.
This is my turn.
Okay.
Does it look like it's going to fly away? Does it look like it's in a position to fly away?
Right now it's prone, so it doesn't look like it can fly away.
Then I'm going to get off its back.
Alright,
But I'm
cool.
not going to leave within 5 feet of it, just because I need that for punching.
Okay, cool. So,
Okay.
you get off its back. Use your movement to get off of it, or some of it at least, just a little bit of it. It's not very hard to get off of it. You just kind of jump down.
Okay.
It's pretty easy. So if you want to move any further away, feel free to. Otherwise, I'll leave it at that. And now we move on to Baron. It's your move. What would you like to do?
Okay. As the drone, I look at it directly in its eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Say, that sexy wyvern even wanted to slap you. That's how unattractive you are.
Oh my god, that's brutal.
Mockery at the wyvern.
You cause vicious mockery. Holy shit. Okay, so how does this go?
Wisdom saving throw again.
Alright, let's do a wisdom savey boy. This is not one of its better. Ah! No, that's cocked. I can't let that one roll. Ah! It's still alright. It is an 18.
Never mind. Haha, does nothing.
It
I
seems-
just insulted him.
You've insulted it, but it's been beaten so badly at the moment that it seems like it's having a hard time paying attention to you, so the vicious mockery actually doesn't take effect. However, it looks like it's not doing too well. Is there anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
No.
Alright, Baron's just casually roasting this wyvern over here, and he's gonna leave it at that. Whew. Mic drop. We move on to Dariel's turn. Now, let's see. Dariel seems like he's a bit miffed that his thunderclap didn't work the first time, so he's gonna give it another shot because he's kind of mad. He's a little bit mad that it didn't do anything the first time. He could have sworn that it was meant to do something, and he's ready to prove himself to all of you. So he goes again.
Yeah?
Clears his throat. And he makes another clap. And let's have a look how this goes. So
he knows I'm still right next to it, yeah? I'm within 5 feet.
are you within 5 feet of it still?
Yes, I specified it.
Ah, okay. Yeah, he's gonna do it
Great,
anyway.
hang on, let me go get my d20.
Start attacking Dariel instead.
So he's gonna okay. He's gonna do that despite knowing that Jade is kind of there. He for a moment thinks that Jade is far enough away, but he's kind of misjudging his
No.
What?
I got a 9 on my dice.
Okay.
Actually my con might be good. Let's have a look.
Yep, it's a constitution save. Ooh.
Okay, no, 11. 11.
11? You're okay.
Oh, what? Okay!
You're okay. You're just barely okay.
That's
Now,
a low save.
it's not a very high save.
We're level 3! We're all low!
Yeah, none of the power. He's not a super. You don't get the impression that Dariel is like the most powerful of wizards of the land. But he's trying his best. Now, however, I cannot say the same for the Wyvern. The Wyvern this time around is going to feel the full force of his thunderclap. So, okay. So let's see. He's going to take not very much actually. It's not very much damage. He's going to take 2 points of damage. Oof. It looks like the Wyvern is like, it doesn't look all that much worse off than it was already. But he's making a little bit of damage here. He looks like the Wyvern's not doing well. And with that, he looks very proud, and he's gonna leave it now to the Wyvern to do its thing. So, the Wyvern is prone, so it's gonna use half its movement to get up. It is no longer incapacitated, so it can do this. So it stands up and uses half its movement to do this. Now on the ground, it kind of looks around, and it notices this sexy Wyvern flying around. They just beat it partially to heck. And he's kind of suspicious now, because he doesn't know what this Wyvern's trying to do. He's never been beaten before. He thinks of himself as a pretty eligible bachelor. He's kind of miffed. What's the deal? So he's going to roll an intelligence check. Now, intelligence is not a very good strength of this boy, but we'll see. That's an 11 on the intelligence. No?
Still a sexy wyvern.
So he's still kind of just looking at like, I'm not so sure about this, but I'll leave it for now. And he's going to turn to Jade. And he's going to attempt to attack you.
Hi.
Hello. So.
Not like I've been whacking it for half its life.
Yeah, you've done. It was targeting Dariel at first. But hey, Dariel's done like 2 points of damage to it so far, and you've done like 1.5 million. So, it's going to attempt to attack you. So it's going to roll. It's going to use its
Not that hard, but we'll see.
It's going to use its multi-attack once again.
Yay!
And it's going to be a bit different. Since it's grounded, it's not going to use its claws. It's instead going to try to bite you and then try to use its stinger to sting you because it's a wyvern and it's got a stinger. It's kind of weird. It's kind of a bit scary. I don't like stingers. Mwah. Anyway, let's have a look. Oh boy, it doesn't do very well at all. It's
Good.
still pretty dazed and it misses... It almost critically misses both of these. Almost. It's actually kind of crazy. This is a really bad roll. So roll a 3 and a 2. So...
I think I like the fact that this has happened. This is missed. So let's not be too upset.
The wyvern's upset. It's pretty... I mean, it's kind of hard. It's intimidated, let's say, as well, by your prowess and the damage that you've done.
Yeah, I'm so cool.
It kind of attempts to...
Shining bright like a diamond, living the life Rihanna told me to live. Not that I know who Rihanna is. But,
There's a Rihanna somewhere in this world, who knows? But
yeah.
It's going to use its
This
turn...
is not Emma, not Jade. Jade does not think like this.
Fair point. With its turn, it's going to try to bite you, and it's going to miss. It's going to kind of just bite in the air. And it's also going to...
Right? Or I'm going to do it again.
So he's going to try to do that. He's going to try move his stinger around, but he kind of just whisks it past you and kind of misses pretty badly. It seems like neither of those two attacks. Second.
Yay!
Yeah, it rolled very badly. Very, very, very... It's actually almost the worst it could have rolled for those attacks, so you're very lucky.
This is a good thing only.
So it misses all of its multi-attack, and with that, it's going to try to... It's gonna end it, I think. It's gonna just leave it. He's still in the midst of you. He thinks he can take you on. With that, it's gonna end his turn.
He's just gonna end it all.
It's gonna end it all.
Right now.
I'm done, I'm out. Core, it's your boy. You're up. What do you want to do?
Slap.
You want to slap? Go for it. Roll to slap your damage.
Where's my slap die?
Slippity slap. It's not looking great for this chap.
4.
4. Oof. It's noticeable damage. It's taking quite a few hits. It's not looking great.
I know.
Takes a bit
Poor
more.
thing.
Your wings slap down, do a bit more damage. Slap this fellow. It's looking pretty bad.
Could have paid attention to the sexy wyvern, but
We can. Does Core say that? Core says that to the wyvern. The wyvern looks kind of mad. With that, then, if Core doesn't want to do anything else, Virginia, it'll be your turn. What do you want to do?
Okay. She's going to move, use her bonus action to move the healing spirit off of Dariel, who looks probably fine, and just
It
gonna
looks good.
preemptively put this on Jade.
All right, cool. Does it do
and
any
then,
healing when it moves, or is it just on the start of every turn now?
it would be when it's moved, and then at the start of the turn.
Oh, okay,
as
so
well.
Jay would take some back now.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if Jade is missing any, but Rudy has seen
fair.
that Jade has been, attacked and
Been
whatnot.
targeted now.
So,
I'm not
Yeah.
missing any. But hey, who knows how long that's
Yeah.
gonna last?
Not yet.
okay, and then she summons 2 more daggers from her bracer.
Oh boy, okay, how did these go? Oh no.
So that is an 18 to hit
That hits.
and a 15 to hit.
Those both hit. Oh my god, how much damage do they do? Oh boy.
Okay.
What have they done to my boy? She started it though.
Pet.
5 and 4, so another 9. Nice.
Whew. Oh! Alright, it's bringing it
Has to
down.
be done.
It's bleeding out a little bit more. It's not looking so great. This wyvern has seen much better days, and with that, if you want to leave it at that, it's going to be Jade's turn once again. Jade, how do you want to demolish part of this boy?
So he's looking pretty bad, right?
He's been doing better. It's it's not looking great for him. He's bleeding. Could be doing a bit worse.
I don't think he's shown any sort of intelligence beyond like attack. I don't think it's.
Yep.
I think Jade is maybe of the sort of mindset now that this thing is more dangerous to alive than to kill. So I'm going to just keep it going, and I'm not happy to hit something that's so injured, and you can kind of
Yep.
tell. Actually, I think what I might do is I might hold my action to attack, if it tries to attack somebody else again.
Oh,
So,
okay.
Yeah, so if it looks like it's going to attack again, I'm going to hit it with a dual-handed bow staff, quarterstaff.
Okay.
Seeing as I have a bonus action, for good measure, I'll do. No, actually, no. I'm just gonna leave it at that. I'm gonna leave it at that, and I'll action, but I'm fine with that.
All right. Cool.
If it attacks, I'll hit.
All right. Cool. All good. So with your action held, Baron, the tables have turned back to you. What would you like to do?
What can I do? Okay. I'm going to. I'm going to use hideous laughter again.
Oh my goodness. All right. Go for it. Does it have a wisdom save? Is that right? If I remember correctly.
Yeah.
All right. Oh no. That's a 5. Whew.
Alrighty. Start
Alright.
laughing.
It falls back over. It's laughing again. Anything else you want to do?
Then I just make fun of it.
Very barren.
That's all I'm gonna do.
Alright, you make fun of it. You laugh at this. You're beating the dead horse, so to speak, almost. With that out of the way, Dariel, it's now your turn again. Now, he's going to kind of realize that now that Jade's been within vicinity, within just a bit too close to this wyvern. He's just now realizing, like, oh,
Can you imagine
shoot.
Jade's not so happy with Dariel at this point?
At least Jade hasn't taken any
Is he
damage just
doing
yet.
this shit again?
He's not. He's realized now that you're pretty
Right.
close. So, he's going to, because he's pretty close. He's kind of been attacked. He's very close up to the creature. He's going to walk up to it and attempt to do an attack on it. Let's see. So he's going to try to cast Shocking Grasp as he kind of reaches forward and tries to place his hand on the wyvern that's now on the ground laughing. Let's see. And that's gonna be... Oh boy. Oh boy. It's gonna be with advantage, so that definitely hits. That's gonna be how much damage? I can't take reactions until starting this. Ooh, okay. It's not too bad, not too bad. It's gonna take... Ho! That's a fair bit. Okay, it's gonna take that much damage. It's just a fair amount. Well, oh my god, what's this math? This is this minus... Let me just pull out a calculator because I can't do math. I wasn't put on this planet to do math. What is this? That's that. Oh, it's looking a lot worse. It's looking a lot worse. Shocking Grasp seems to have done its thing. And he's gonna look a bit proud of himself. And that's kind of it. That's gonna be it for Dariel's turn. And now the wyvern is going to attempt to save with the wisdom roll. So, I'm gonna guess that a 2 does not save. So it's gonna stay in its state, laughing on the ground. Now, with that out of the way, we're back to Core. Core, what would you like to do to this boy?
Slap.
Alright, you're going for a slap. How much damage does it take? It's being slapped around.
That's a 6.
6? Alright. It's looking worse for wear. You're bringing it down. Oh my goodness.
Keep it. It's so cute.
You want to keep the wyvern? I mean, hey, if you figure out a way to do that, I'm not going to stop you from attempting that somehow, but I'm not sure if I would recommend that necessarily. Alright, Core, if there's nothing else you want to do, Rodriguez, it's your turn once again. Also, you're muted, by the way.
I think I'm going to probably follow the example of Jade and just hold 2 daggers to attack next time the next person gets attacked.
Woo, pacifist.
Oh, okay. Cool. So that means when it actually does try to attack a person, is it going to be like your actions both go off one after another?
Well, mine's lost now that he's not attacked, and it's the round reset.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so it's just per round?
So I'm going to do the same again.
Okay.
Holding the same attack if he attacks. But I'll use my action, I guess, not my action, but my bonus action to call out to the others and try and sort of be like, are we doing this? Are we killing this? Or
the
are
wyvern
we
starts to beep. Yeah, sure, you can call out to the others, and you will hear that. And now, moving on from that, Jade, with your turn over, Baron, we're back to you. What would you like to do? So your wyvern right now is laughing and doing its thing. Is there anything you want to do while it's in this state?
I'm gonna use little pathetic worm laughing and not doing anything. This is why you don't know where your parents are. And then I can't finish this mockery.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Dariel tears up a bit on the inside. No, so, how much damage, well, how does this work? So with your...
Wisdom saving throw again. Everything's wisdom.
Everything's wisdom. This is not a good stat for this creature. Is that a... Okay, that's a 7. I thought it was a nat 1 for a second. Okay, it's an 8.
Okay, so it does nothing. It does 1d4 damage.
Okay.
So let me roll it. 4 damage.
Oh, a crit. Okay, -4. It's bleeding.
And then, so now his next turn, he's gonna have the next, for his next attack roll, it's gonna be disadvantage.
Okay. Does it? I mean, if it's still prone, I think it'll cancel out because you get an advantage on a prone creature. I think.
Its next attack roll.
Oh, its next attack. I get you. I was thinking like Baron. That's kind of unfortunate, but oh well. Okay, so cool. I get it. Baron, with your turn out of the way, if there's nothing else you want to do, Dariel, it's his turn, and he's going to redo what he tried to do earlier. So he's going to attempt to cast Shocking Grasp while still having his hand on the prone, incapacitated creature. And he's gonna roll. Let's see. That hits, and he's going to deal... Oh! a whole lot of damage. Well, this is not a very strong spell, but he deals an amount of damage. Okay, it's nothing to be laughed at, and the wyvern's looking much worse for wear than it was earlier. Dariel seems like he's ready to take it all the way. He seemed like he was trying to talk to it in the first place, but after attacking Jade so much, he seems like he's not really ready to let this creature off the hook, especially while it's in its current state. It also didn't seem like it was going to fly away or anything like that when it was standing up earlier, so he's taking that into account for his personal attacks, and you would get that sort of impression from the way he's going about his dealings with the creature. With that done, the wyvern is going to try and make a wisdom save on Baron's thing. And it fails. It's still laughing. Flapping its wings on the ground. We're back to core.
From his dick.
What? Oh my god. Alright. This is upsetting, but okay.
Is it though?
I mean, it's a look. I'll say that much. Core, you want to slap?
Yeah,
How much you slapping?
you know it. 4.
4. And leaving it at that. Moving on. Verdridi, what do you want to do?
Also, I forgot to mention that the healing spirit's just still sitting on Jade.
Alright, I think Jade is still fine for now because Jade hasn't taken any damage
Yeah.
yet. The
Yeah,
freaking wyvern has been
preemptively.
it's been like laughing so much at this point.
Yeah, she'll hold the attack, I guess,
Okay.
until the wyvern does something.
Alright, cool. Well, with the wyvern still laughing at the moment, Jade, what would you like to do?
Yes, I'm back.
Welcome back. I missed you.
That's okay. So, well, I think I'm going to attack it. You said it didn't look like it was going to fly away.
It didn't when it had the chance. Because
Cool.
it did have
Then
a
I'm
moment when it
going-
was standing up, and it could have used this movement to fly away.
Okay, that's fine. That's all I needed.
And that's also how Dariel is reacting, it seems.
Yeah, I'll take that into account. And I'm going to do my usual move, which is quarterstaff, punch to the head.
Alright, all your attack rolls are with advantage.
So I want to end this now and just get the burn another key point.
Oof.
Yeah, let's end it all. Okay, Radiant Sunbolt. So I need to roll 3.
Ooh.
Oh, they're all. Oh wait, advantage.
Yeah,
It's like
advantage.
a 3, a 1, and no. Okay,
Yeah, advantage.
advantage. Natural 20,
Oh my!
15,
Oh my god.
13.
They all hit.
Oops. So,
A crit. There's a crit in there. Holy moly. Okay.
so I pull back again. A heavy heart, but he didn't fly away, and I catch that sunspot. And I reflect it, so it just sort of like hits it straight in the eye, and I think it reels back slightly, and it's in its sort of like damaged state. And in that moment where it reels back, I think it exposes its neck here, the soft sort of underside. And the first thing I do is whack whack both sides of its neck. And as it pulls back down, I use my stuff and I jab it straight in the not like right here, in between its eyes. I don't think it breaks skin, and I don't think it like shows any external wounds. But if it's enough to kill it, then I think it's just all internal. So we're going to do many things.
Go for it. You do your stuff.
4d4. First of all.
Oh, no, there is.
1, 3, 2, 8. So okay, 6, 9, 10 points of damage plus 12, 22 points from the punches, and then
You're halfway through your
7
attack.
points. 7 points from the staff.
Okay. That's enough to bring the wyvern to a complete hold.
Yep.
Even
Just to put it out
partway
there, I
through
can
your
only
attack.
do this. I could do this at most 3 times during a whole fight, which is a lot. A lot of key points that I don't necessarily want to just
Okay.
use to attack. But I feel like this is the kindest way.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So it's a very quick, very brutal. But with your quick 1, 2, 3.
Can you hear me?
I can
yeah.
hear. Yeah.
I don't think it's brutal. I think it's like Jade did it this way because it's the quickest,
Oh, okay,
most
I get you.
painless. Like stunning. It's more of like stunning.
Oh, I get you. Okay, okay. So as you do your move, as you do your kind of stun move, the
Stunning
wyvern
wyvern.
kind of stops moving. And you get the impression that as you do that,
Oh.
putting it to sleep, putting it to peace, putting it to rest, the wyvern is out for the count. And you guys are all out of initiative. Da-da-da-da! I did not have tapped. Well, wow. Alright. Holy freaking moly. With that, and you don't have to do this right now because we're going to be... because you can do this at the end of the session or afterwards if you want to. But with that battle, you guys are going to be at level 4 because holy freaking moly. That was
Got
a
to
hard
level
battle.
4 by slapping people. It's
Oh, yeah.
great.
I got to level 4 and I did 4 damage the entire fight.
Hey, dude, you put it into stun and that gave everybody advantage in the fight. So everybody
Yeah.
contributed. It was really good. So you guys worked as a team. You took down a beast that honestly was actually kind of a backup, but like...
Hey! I rolled max HP! Where did my 8? Can you see it?
Oh, nice!
Yeah!
Dag, dude.
Okay. Feels good.
Dag, dude. Alright. So, with that out of the way, okay, low key, this battle, wasn't expecting it to happen. Wasn't expecting you guys to win it either, as crazily well as you did. Because it was just, I was a little bit scared, not
I wasn't
gonna lie.
expecting you guys to win that one.
I wasn't expecting you. The shiny boys, as if they could take down my fierce wyvern. Joke's on me, you guys demolished it.
We don't live to disappoint. We
I know.
exceed expectations.
This is the only impressive
Exceeds
crew.
expectations.
The exceeding expectations crew. I like it. Well, with Jade's attack,
Isn't that a mark in Harry Potter? Exceeds
It is, yeah.
expectations. Yeah.
Yes.
exceeding expectations. It's good. With that, you being out of initiative, feeling this glowing energy within you, you all feel like you've gained some sort of life experience, a
Level up.
little bit of a level up in your lives, and you're all a bit more powerful than you came into
I've
this
done it.
world. Hell yeah! Level 4. What's
My
level 4?
level up now reflects my world experience as I get a +1 to wisdom, and my better at fighting, which is a +1 today.
What happens when I level up?
So, now that you guys are here, and you're surrounded by each other, really, in this moment, in this victorious moment that you found yourselves in, Verdriga, you would notice this maybe first because it's the most strange thing to you, and then shortly after, the others would notice this as well. And it might not be what you're thinking. You see on the wrists of the other 3 players, I'm miscounting because there's 4 of you in total, a glowing mark on their wrists that is now an opaque gold glittering, which you haven't really seen before. You haven't looked at it before like that, but you notice that all of the boys have this mark. And the rest of you notice that this mark is glowing as well. And as it starts to glow and you kind of turn your eyes, you get a message suddenly out of nowhere. And the message is, it takes a little, it buffers while I find the actual notes.
Can I grab the wrist, or not grab, but kind of like take the wrist of the nearest person to me and just kind of inspect the mark?
Sure, you detach Baron's wrist. Baron screams in pain as you... yeah, sure, you can do this. How would you like to do this? Just wanna...
Just delicately inspect Baron's wrist that is glowing.
That's
Alright.
that's 2 amputations in session.
That's a...
I'm not taking the wrist off.
Sure.
Baron, I'll put it back, I promise, okay?
He goes,
Baron starts speaking Japanese.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
yeah.
Fun
What?
fact: in my D&D games here, Draconic is Japanese. So anyone who can speak Japanese can speak Draconic
Oh, that's
in game,
cool!
so that they can communicate. So I speak my random Asimar bard who's never left the city just knows how to speak Draconic, and it's like ah. So yeah, that's it. It's
Yeah.
because the DMs. This game in Japan that I play, the Suns,
Mhm.
they play D&D and they like to use Draconic because they're both lizard folk characters to speak to each other, so that they can also, they're a bit more comfortable in Japanese sometimes
Yeah.
when they communicate. So
Hey, fair. Okay, so,
That's how we started.
with the glowing, Vidridi, you're expecting it. While you're kind of looking over and you see the mark, which I can show it on stream if you want again, but if you know what it looks like, you kind of inspect it and you see the eye shape with the characteristic kind of swirl in the middle, which looks like it's the inverse of the symbol that Dariel has tattooed on his neck. the rest of you, as this is happening, as Virginia is doing her inspection of Baron, you get a message. All three of you do. Minus Virginia because you don't have this mark yet. And you hear Mr. Sheep. I think that's I forget what you called him, but I'm pretty sure that's what we went with. Mr. Sheep. You hear his voice. Heroes, what has happened to Ilya? I cannot get a contact. I cannot reach them.
Ilya dipped.
You send that back?
Yep.
Ah, I see. I should warn you that, the marks will only disappear from your hands if you venture too far from one another. So please, do not separate too far. Although you can regain the mark.
Don't split the party or I'll take
Don't
away
split the
your
party,
bird.
otherwise I'll take away your sending to Mr. Sheep, okay?
Daniel pops in from the ether.
I didn't even move that to sound like Daniel.
Don't split the party. It's such a stupid idea. I'm just saying. Don't do it.
Don't do it ever. Oh, I sense another presence.
Because I just found a little chicken bone in my curry, and I'm just like, oh. Yeah, go on.
No, okay. So, you get that message, you send it back. And he sends that back. And you get another message. I sense another presence. Do you have more friends with you?
I want to make a perception check. I'm immediately looking for Calera, or any visage of him anywhere.
Alright, make a perception check if you'd like.
11 plus... I don't know my new perception modifier. It's now a +5. It's 16.
16? Cool. Cool. Actually, yes, soz for putting the leveling on you right now, but...
Don't worry, I did it. It's fine.
Cool. Okay, so you look around. You observe your surroundings. You don't see anything suspicious. You see your guy. You guys are here. The corpse is there. Frederick and Mort aren't anywhere to be seen. You suspect that maybe they're still sleeping. It's still very early. A lot of the guards haven't come up either, so it's just mostly you guys at the moment. Plus Dariel. The only people that you see that don't have the mark in your range of view, or your field of view, are Virgidi and Dariel himself. So you get the impression that he might be referring to them.
We have new friends.
Oh!
Are we allowed to communicate back?
Oh, yes. Most certainly. Now, I believe you've done this before, but if you'd like to give this capability, this power to anybody else, just take your wrist and rub it against the wrist of the person who you'd like to transfer the rune to. Just do it very, very closely, very furiously, for about a minute, and it should transfer over. It's not an art,
seems
but it
strangely
works.
intimate. I will leave it to Core.
Okay, yes, I do this.
Alright, who do you want to transfer it to? Do you want to give it to just Verdrudi, or do you want to give it to both Verdrudi and Dariel? Or just Dariel, who knows? Maybe you don't trust Verdrudi. That would be weird and kind of awkward.
I don't think Core's like one of those people that's like, oh, I don't trust you, I'm not letting you into my group. He's like, yeah, whatever. He'll give it to both of them. Alright,
cool. So, who do you go up to first? How do you rub your wrist against their wrist? Please describe this to me.
Oh, wow. Goes up to Drudy first.
Mm-hmm.
And like when he does it, he just makes very intense eye contact with the other person. Just like
I like
because
it.
I feel like this is something Core would do.
What I think is funny is I feel like Jade would do the same thing, but for the completely different reason of like I have no idea where else to look.
Oh, okay. So you do it, you give it to Rodridi, you go up to Dariel.
It's very uncomfortably close. It's like this close.
Core is right up in there.
Yeah.
So
Wait, how tall is Core at this moment?
5 foot.
Yeah, it's not that close.
Maybe it's more like
Yeah.
That's kind of adorable. Alright.
Because Drudy's 6'1".
yeah, it's more like that.
Fair. Alright. So you're gonna give it to Dariel as well. How would you like to do this? In the same manner?
Yep, exactly the same.
He seems a bit apprehensive because he doesn't really know what you're doing, but he kind of lets you do it like, okay, I guess I will let you rub my wrist against yours. I've never done this before, but different cultures. Hey.
Of Coriel.
Coriel.
Stop trying to make Coriel happen.
That sounds like a Little Mermaid OC. She's not Ariel, okay? She's Coriel. Okay?
Coriel.
It's like Coraline.
Coriel Darkness Dimension.
Okay.
Binge watching that on my big screen just like an hour ago.
So good.
Yeah.
Nice. So with that, he then sends another message. Hello, new friends. I am. Well, you may call me whatever you wish, but I am here to guide you in circumstance. What? You cut out for like most of that. What did you say?
Hello, whatever you wish. My name's Jade.
Oh no. Jade is a dad. It turns out.
That's not me. No. Dadlands. 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 Listen to it.
Okay. Keep in mind. So he sends that message, and you all receive it. All 5 of you now. All 5 of you have that rune. So, I wanted to contact you because I've gotten the sense that you are all currently in the presence of grave danger. I can't tell much from where I'm located currently, but I just wanted to let you know that you ought to look out for one another and be careful.
Ha!
There is a great evil that lurks among you. Keep an eye out. If you need anything else, feel free to contact me when the rune is gold.
Okay.
And with that, he doesn't send any other messages. Do you want to send anything back? The rune is still gold for a bit. So as long as it's opaque, you guys can send messages.
Can you sense where we are?
No. But I can only sense what's near to you. I see through the runes.
Can you sense the shack?
No. I do not know what a shack senses like.
I have a horsey stone.
I can feel that. But that is not the source of the danger. Yeah. Oh, sorry, Virgiti. I didn't mean to cut you off with my sending.
You can, perhaps, send help or a boat. That would be very appreciated.
I am currently unable to do much. I am stuck. I am locked in a prison of my own creation. No, on another plane.
Oh.
This is the only way I can communicate right now.
Which plane?
Oh. And you chose to speak to us?
Say again.
Just, you can only communicate like this, and you chose to speak to us.
Yes, you. Heroes who must find the artifacts.
Oh. What do the artifacts look like again?
You have one artifact
The
in your
D4.
possession.
Oh, the one I ate, yes.
Yes, I can sense it within you. That connection is the strongest.
Oh.
Okay.
Have you found another? Is that what you're saying? I can't sense another artifact.
No, I think I know where one might be. Or who might have one.
Who might have one?
Have you ever heard of someone called Calorel?
The name rings a bell. A vile
Maybe
priest
look-
from the north.
Could you maybe, in your prison, do some reading and get back to us if you find anything?
Well,
Please.
I shall try. We don't have a library here, but I'll do my... I can't do much reading. I can only give you the one.
Sheep.
Core, is that you? Why are you speaking directly into your wrist again? Please put at least a foot of distance between you and the rune on your wrist.
I suddenly move my arm very away. Can you hear me?
It's a little bit faint. No, I can still hear you.
Oh.
What plane are you on?
That is information that I cannot reveal to you at this current time.
Why, though?
Because I do not know.
Oh, fuck.
Why don't you just lead
This
with
is my
that?
favourite NPC. This, like, disembodied voice I've never seen. I have no idea what he looks like, no idea where he is.
He's a
Favourite
golden
NPC.
He looked like a
what can you
sheep when
see
you guys
outside- What can you see outside your window if you have a window?
I am in a jail right now. I cannot see out of the confines of my imprisonment.
Some jails have windows. It was a stupid.
Well, whoever built this one wasn't so kind and courteous as you might be building a jail. I'm stuck here.
When I build
Are
a
you-
jail, I'll definitely have windows.
Are you intending to build a jail core?
Oh, that's a good idea. I look at Baron.
I will assist you. I can lift heavy things.
Yeah, Baron is oblivious.
Baron is oblivious.
He's oblivious.
Yes.
Baron, you're under arrest. No, okay. Core turns into the police. He unmasks his true form. He pulls up the outfit. He's a police officer underneath.
I was so deep undercover.
Sir!
You just hear the sirens going off around you.
We found you, Baron.
Too deep undercover.
That's the sound of the police.
Now, heroes, if there's anything else you wish to ask of me, I'll be here for a little while longer. I don't know how long I can
What's
keep
your
the connection.
favorite color? I'm trying to practice my social cues and
What-
small talk.
Okay,
But,
I guess my favorite color. I mean,
If you say orange, I'm never talking to you again.
no, I go
Is
for
orange a blasphemous color in this world?
It
Should
is
I
a
never wear it?
disgusting color. We do not wear orange or cheetah print.
I immediately shed my slightly burnt umber shaded jacket top so that my top half is completely
Yes.
bare, chiseled muscle, like to the
Rock.
world. Rock. That's what I meant.
I have no complaints with this.
This
I
is
am
the
the
war
rock.
against orange.
We
I've
stand.
given this trait to Core so he can live this war for
So
me.
he can live this war for you.
Now I have to make more art. I wanted a character design change of some kind as art impetus because I haven't got any much for.
Hell yeah! Plus, you can make Jade glow now with the
Yeah.
with the D4 that he's swallowed.
Wait, I have
Imagine
another
this
question.
just with no top bit.
Oof,
Got it.
oof, oof.
Mr. Sheep, I have another question, and I want to get really near Dariel and really near Vudridi in like succession.
Yep.
Do you feel any evil?
No, the amount of danger that I sense has not changed.
I don't.
Okay, I slap them both on the back like you're good.
Daryl kind of trips over a little bit. Ow! I'm a sorcerer.
That's so fucking funny.
Core just
Ow,
looks at Dariel like,
sorcerer.
He a little bit of a squish. I think he's much more squishy than you guys.
I'm a wizard.
Do I look like I could crush him with my thumb?
Yes,
Yeah.
definitely.
Can I do a perception to see who's more squishy between me and Dariel?
Sure, go for it.
11?
11.
I'm really upset with these rolls today.
You're looking at him. You're looking him up and down. With an 11, you look like you're about as squishy as each other, but it's kind of hard to tell. Could swing either way. But you guys are pretty similar. You can relate and empathize with the level of squish that he must experience on a day-to-day basis.
Okay, I'm just looking at him very intensely, like we'll have an arm wrestle when I get to Capital. Sort this out.
Okay, sure.
Does he look anything similar to this dude?
Dariel. Oh, he doesn't have any facial hair. That's a lovely
Okay.
drawing though.
Yep, definitely marrying this
No,
guy.
I just-
Writing it down.
No!
So he's like, no, it's Core can't. He doesn't have facial hair. I'm down. I'm sold.
Sold. Done.
All right,
I was
you've
like, yeah, what is it? Coriel's never gonna happen. Oh, he doesn't have facial hair. Done.
The
Where's the
reason
ring?
I asked this is because I'm trying to get as many influences from my Pebble Posse crew into this world, and in my mind, Dariel is this guy's canonical son. Even though, actually, no, I don't like that because then his parents are. No. He's
okay.
his canonical best friend, AU.
He's dark skinned and he has black hair, pretty much.
Okay, right now I have good ideas.
It's
for
Karul's
art.
son.
He doesn't.
That just doesn't exist. He hates children. It's never gonna happen.
Turns out canonically he's
No.
Karul's son. He pops out of existence.
Bad, Lily. I like get a spray bottle, like water
Every
in
time I
it.
mention Karul, no.
Shh, shh, shh.
Karul's
Oh my goodness.
I refuse to have any iteration of Karul as a son or a
Hey,
relative.
Emma, listen.
Caster. Actually, I'm immune to this now. We've had a nice long discussion.
Us, an all-star.
Cassinal. That's Braz.
Bras.
The best ship name for that.
Bras. Okay,
Bra.
so
Us and Brian.
with that out of the way,
T-Tassa and Brian.
he responds.
Yeah.
My favorite color
Dariel
is
and
probably
Core
gold.
is still-
I think it's gold. I like gold. It's very regal.
That's a answer.
Yes, it is. That's what we call those. You're learning. I'm proud of you.
Do not patronize me. I am working my way up.
Alright, I apologize. I am but a demigod. But I will leave you to it. if
What?
you-
It's tough to be.
Oh, nothing.
Are you my deity?
Probably
What
not.
do you look like? I look like my deity.
Right now, I look like a sheep.
I was carved in their image. I am not a sheep.
I have
so
been
maybe-
put into this prison. I'm getting ahead of myself. We'll get into this later. I will leave you
Okay,
to it.
goodbye.
Okay, goodbye. Let me know if you need anything else. I'll be here for a little while longer. Bye, heroes. Good luck. Watch out for yourselves. And he disappears into the void of silence that you heard
Love
before.
this interface.
So-
My favorite.
At this point, a few of the other NPCs, you see Cloud, and you see, well, you just see Cloud, and then Mort and Freddy also make their way up, and they kind of approach you. Tone of Nature kind of comes by shortly afterwards. Tone of Nature looks out of it, clutching her head, staring a little bit blankly. And they've woken up and they go up to you guys. Cloud asks first, was that noise? You guys, what happened? And he looks at the wyvern. Never mind. I take that
Yeah, it's
back.
fine.
I don't want to know what happened. Shall we? Do you need help moving this? Because I will opt not to help. Maybe you can get some of the other guards. This is a lot of a mess.
So generous.
Yes, okay, look.
The
if you
gift that keeps on giving.
I mean, hey, I would. Okay, look. I will do my best. You've done a lot for me. I will help you move the body if you need to. That's what friends
That's
do.
what I thought. Kor slaps him on the back and goes back to his quarters to sleep.
Ooh. It feels fluffy. Or fuzzy, I should say, not fluffy. You go back to your quarters. As you go back to your quarters, you do walk by Tome of Nature if you're going back to your quarters. If you want
I
to sleep
hold
for a
my
little bit.
nose very pointedly.
It doesn't seem well. You can't tell if you're holding your nose. You can't tell if she smells or not. But she's just looking at you with like a dead stare. Before she grabbed, she
I
kind
get
of.
in her face like, hello.
Dead stare.
Sorry.
Dead stare. That's the ship. It's Death FX all stare.
Death and all stare. His
Stop.
favorite ship.
No.
He can't wait.
No.
Death
Too-
X a
This
staircase.
is too much. Okay.
Which is strangely, anyway, something.
Tome of Nature
Time
clutches
to
her
draw
head
fan art for all stare and death.
and she apologizes. I'm sorry. I think my head hurts a little bit. I don't know why. I've been feeling a little out of it recently. Last few days.
I spin her around and push her towards Rudrity.
She trips over. And she will take.
Can I attempt to
Don't do
catch
it
her?
that violently. It's like a little.
No, she's tripping over herself. But you can. Okay, Retreaty, you can do a dex saving throw if you want to try catch her.
Yeah.
Emma's just moving Aladdin slowly closer to the camera, and it's really unnerving.
I'm trying to just get a good.
Is it a 5?
That was
that
an actual 5.
Okay, you attempt to catch her, and you kind of
It'd be
soften.
funny if somebody gave you more.
Huh?
Huh? You tried to what? Sorry.
Emma,
Trudy, what are you trying to do?
I was just trying to
So
catch
confused.
Tome, who's tripped.
Unsettling Aladdin. Okay, with your roll, you do
Unsettling
do
Aladdin.
enough to stop the fall from being painful,
Try
but she
20.
still ends up falling
Yeah,
over.
I'm gonna change. Oh, you did.
My God.
I'll help whoever's picking up the corpse carry that because I can.
Oh right, I think with
I
Tome of
have
Nature,
one.
I was like, oh my god.
Beefy. Oh.
Yeah.
No. On my way out to Tone of Nature,
Okay.
I just put my hand slowly over their eyes and just.
Stop! I'm okay. Oh, I just have a headache. Oh.
Soon, it shall
Can
end.
I do a medicine check?
Yeah, you can do a medicine check.
Much better. 23.
23. Seems like she's having a pretty strong headache right now. You know how to deal with headaches. Water, a lot of rest, seems to do the trick.
Panadol.
Some Panadol. I brought Panadol with me, no.
I have Panadol in my bag like all the time.
So,
Nothing.
it seems like she's just experiencing a strong headache. But aside from that, she didn't take any damage from the actual fall from tripping over, so she seems to be reasonably okay.
I'm gonna send her to the infirmary
Okay,
and then attempt to help with the corpse of the wyvern.
okay, so you do that. You take her all the way to the infirmary, and you lay her down
But then
and leave her there. Is it wyvern or wyvern?
I'm
Is
pretty sure it's
I don't know.
wyvern.
I think it's wyvern and I just messed up.
I like wyvern. though.
Wyvern's
That
cute.
That sounds cool.
I think there's 2. But I mean, either way, it's canonical.
But why, Vern? No. I mean, it's
But what? I just hear Neff every time you say why, Thomas.
why?
But
Why?
why?
But why?
It's like a
But
5-year-old. You know that
why?
game where you say why to everything people say? It's just
Neff, you
why?
can't. No. But why?
Why?
Anyway,
Why?
so back to the corpse.
Corpse.
For anyone who's trying to move it, can you roll a strength check for me?
Yep.
Cloud is helping.
Not
Dariel's
super
helping.
Should we do it with advantage then?
Yeah, go for it. You guys are all helping each other. Oh my god!
Natural 20!
Dariel also nat 20'd. Dang, dude.
Wait, it's just us two. It's just us two.
I mean,
Really?
I had a 19, but like,
Oh!
yeah, it's not gonna beat a nat 20.
Alright, between all of you that are helping it, that are moving it along, you managed to kind of grab it and kind of... I'm gonna guess that you're trying to drop it into the ocean, unless you want to move it somewhere else on the boat, which should be interesting. But unless you're trying to do that, I'm gonna say that you're trying to get it into the ocean, and you tip it over the side of the boat, and it plummets into the sea.
Oh.
And it's gone. None of you checked it for anything.
Yep.
It's cool. It's gone. It's over. That wyvern has disappeared.
Wait, hang on. I thought we were just moving it, like, for
Oh.
example, off to somewhere out of sight, you know, so that people can use the deck. We're throwing it into the ocean?
Well, okay.
I
didn't
was
wanna
not
throw
up
it
for
into the
that.
ocean.
No,
Yeah,
neither did
wanted
I.
to
Okay,
study
okay.
it.
Where would you guys like to move it in that case?
Well, I was thinking Vidriti's cabin, like medical room.
It will not fit down the staircase.
It will not fit in there.
Then
It
what
is a
about the
large
poop deck?
creature.
So it's out of the way, but people can still use the main deck, is what I was kind of thinking.
You can push it elsewhere on the main deck. The other parts of the deck are accessible via stairs. Unless you have, like, magic
we're
to carry
not-
it up.
I don't have any.
Well, okay, if with your strength rolls, because there were 2 people who got nat 20s, I'm gonna say that's strong enough to carry it anywhere on the top deck that you want. The
Okay.
poop deck, if you'd like.
Yes, please.
So you move it there, it's a lot of blood, it's creating a massive trail, but you manage to move it and you do well. So you move it all the way over there. Takes a little bit of time, but you guys have got it.
Okay.
So, is there anything you'd like to do, now that you've kind of moved it away? At this point also, Cloud is going to kind of brush himself off and kind of start looking around. Is there anything you want to do with the corpse, or just leave it here for now?
I'm good.
I want
Vidriti?
to investigate it, study it, something.
Alright, yeah, you can roll an investigation check for me.
Can I?
take notes.
I'll help Vidriti in the way that if she needs like to get a closer look at something, so like I'll lift up the wing so that she can get a closer look at the
Okay.
limbs, the ligaments, that kind of thing. So maybe Vidriti could roll with advantage.
Yeah, sure.
I
I
don't
like that. I'm down for that.
Okay.
You can assist with maneuvering the corpse while Vidriti looks.
Investigation, nature, medicine. What should I?
Depends
go
on what
for?
you're looking for. You can roll all of them if you like.
Okay, I will do an investigation first.
Okay, investigation first.
Okay, that is a 17.
17, looking around, there's nothing, the wyvern isn't carrying anything specifically. You're looking around it, it seems like it's been mostly battered and bruised by the stuff that you've done to it. Doesn't look like it's carrying anything. It doesn't look like it was injured before, but now it's completely dead. And what are you doing?
Intimidating.
I missed it. I was looking at the character sheet.
You'll see it in the recording if you go back to see Emma being an amazing, wonderful person.
Oh, is it more Aladdin? Hello,
More
Aladdin.
Aladdin, But no, just from investigation, it seems like it's all wyvern. It's all there. It's not missing any limbs or anything like that. You don't notice anything super
I
suspicious
do this,
about
I
it.
can't see.
Just seems like a wyvern, and you haven't ever seen one in person before. It's very scaly. It's got a stinger and all that sort of stuff. It's pretty interesting. Now, did you want to roll any other types of checks while you're doing this?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and do just like a medicine check. See.
All right, medicine check. Go for it. I'm gonna say that'll cover whatever you're gonna maybe do with the nature as well.
What did you just
Okay.
decapitate Aladdin?
What did you do?
I'm in a weird mood.
Oh my god.
Okay, that is a 19 plus 6, 25.
Oh, that's pretty. Okay, so looking around now, from your knowledge of medicine, you know that Emma is an interesting person. With your medicine check, you realize this.
Your
Yeah.
knowledge of medicine, try it on Emma.
I
What
might
she
need a heal.
need?
Emma's got some sort of condition active right now. I don't know which one, but it might be something. But what did you do?
It's a tiny, tiny pumpkin.
What on earth? No, okay. So, you medicine check the wyvern. You're kind of looking around. You know with your medicine check that the one main thing that you can get off a wyvern that can be useful in many circumstances is wyvern poison. In order to extract that, you would need to take its stinger, basically. So if you'd like to, it's there, and there is poison to be taken. If you'd like to either extract it from the tail itself somehow, which you can do if you have the right tools, which you probably would in your medicinal lab. You can take out some sort of syringe or something to extract it from the tail itself, or you can just lop off the tail and keep it with you, or you can leave the wyvern there, but you know with your check that that's what you can get from this wyvern. Aside from that, there isn't too much else you can gather. With your medicine check, you also do realize that it is in fact dead. It did die.
Yeah, do I know of any, like, non, killing uses of wyvern poison?
You can pronounce it however you want.
It's cute.
The wyvern poison. So, non-lethal. You know, okay, with your medicine check, you're pretty sure that with some other ingredients, you could maybe create some sort of vaccination to immunize yourself from the effects of wyvern poison.
We're anti-vaxxers.
Alright, this campaign is officially over.
I leave the game.
Yeah.
DM leaves the Chad.
In which case she will attempt to, without damaging the dead creature too much, extract what she can.
Sure, so if you want to just go back, get your syringe that you can extract it, put it into a vial. You can get quite a few vials, or you can get like a full jar of it if you'd like. Full jar of wyvern poison. That'll be enough for some number of vials should you choose to use that in the future. But
Thomas,
yes,
just really quickly, how much longer do you think this game's gonna go? Because I have work early tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, same.
No more than 15 minutes.
I probably have to leave in about 2 minutes.
2 minutes? Okay, well,
Yeah.
we can... okay. With that in mind, as you sort of collect your wyvern poison, if there's nothing else any one of you want to do, then we can end the session here at the... No, it's okay. You gotta do...
When I don't have work on Sundays, I will let you know, and we can play until 4 a.m. It's fine.
No, it's fine. I mean, we gotta play when you guys can play, is the important thing. So...
Emma's just like, no.
4 a.m. is very, very late. Unless it's the boss battle, then I don't... Then
yeah.
No, we won't go crazy.
That's called a joke.
I'll make it work around however your shells go, but with your wyvern poison collected, with the others helping you...
I feel like this was a really very good sesh.
Yeah.
You guys did a lot.
This is so good.
Congrats, Skylar, on making it to level 4.
Every fucking second.
I'm sad we killed the wyvern. Why do we always kill the monsters?
I know, I didn't want to.
It had... I mean, okay...
What's funny is I don't think any of us really wanted to kill it, but I don't think it was ever going to stop attacking.
It was destined to die.
I can only see here with...
We weren't designed to be on the same side! Anyway.
Every game I've ever made that reference.
Never gonna stop saying it, because it's so dumb. Can't believe I said that shit.
Oh my god. Yeah, that was crazy, that was wild. You guys did a lot of shit. A lot of stuff. I can't believe you took down a wyvern. That's pretty... It had 110 HP. And you took it all down. No freaking... There was like... I can show you its HP sheet over here. You took it all the way down. No compromises anyway. Damn.
Oh, Thomas, I also took the lucky feat. Teehee.
It's totally fair. It seems like the type of feat the Cole would have. So, I'm down. So,
yeah, I mean, all my characters will just have the lucky feat.
So...
I'm actually... yeah, for my campaigns going forward, I'm actually banning it from game because yeah.
You gave Karul the lucky feat. You don't you really love it.
No, because I feel like it's more. It feels so much like a choosing a legendary action thing that like so many like super high level creatures have. That I feel like you kind of have to earn it a bit more than just getting it at a different level. So I'm gonna change.
I feel like Kor has earned his lucky feat in this case, but I will not give it to future characters.
No, it's all good.
Kor deserves everything coming his way.
Look, I personally don't mind. You gotta play your character however you want to do it, and I'm happy to help you guys enjoy your characters as much as possible, as much as I can. And yeah.
Oh, Thomas, you're so sweet.
I hope so. I was trying to kill you. Just a heads up, but I appreciate you.
That's so kind of you. Thank you.
Oh my god. Well, congratulations on making it to level 4. I did not think that a lot of stuff that happened, the whole wyvern thing, I did not think that was going to happen. However, it did happen, and that was my backup scenario in case you did end up doing that you would level to 4, and you have done it, so you leveled to 4. So you're all level 4. Congratulations on making it so far. So make sure that you guys check out all your options for next game. And
Is the next game on the 21st?
in the evening, yes, same time. It should be after we get back from our thing.
Castle Day. We'll
Yeah.
all be dressed up. Yeah.
Hell yeah! It should be pretty.
What's
Oh,
21st?
Yeah, the
Yeah,
next
we're
one will be
going-
21st.
Oh, you're in Melbourne.
my
aren't you,
gosh.
Queenie?
Are you going to that cool?
The LARPing
Play?
Castle, yeah.
I want to go.
Wait,
When I go to Melbourne, can we go?
Yes.
Yeah, we can go again.
Hell yeah!
Yeah.
I
If it's
can-
really good. we'll
I can
recommend.
doraibu. I have aikara.
Doraibu. We can bring
If
our
it's-
other D&D friends and just be like huge
True.
nerds.
So
Wait,
on the
Queenie.
21st,
21st.
then
Yeah.
I will also
Yes.
dress up.
Queenie, are you in
'Cause-
Melbourne on the 21st? Did you say?
From the 20th to the 24th.
Ooh! Is Queenie coming?
Oh, do you want to come?
What are you talking about?
We're going. I don't have time to discuss this. Can I add you to the group chat?
Yeah, we'll work it out. But
Yeah.
if that's cool, then we
Okay.
could, the three of us could do like an in-person part of the session or something. Who knows? Who
Well,
knows?
did Emma just say that she can't make it?
Me
Did you say you can't make it?
to the 21st
Yeah.
of December.
Yeah. You said heads up about something.
That was so no. That's next week for our Sunday game, the 15th.
Ah, okay.
I'm traveling that day, so
Yeah,
we're doing
we've already
it on Monday.
rescheduled it to the Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
fine.
So old G.
That's already in my diary. It's
Yeah, it's in mine as well. So
it's
when you
in
said
the-
no, but Lily,
Look
you
at my
asked if I
organisation.
no, but yes, but Lily, you asked if I couldn't make it to the 21st session, and I said no. It's that next week I can't make it to. So the 15th,
Okay, I shouldn't hear you then.
is the 16th, and then the 21st is D&D Shiny Boys. So I will come
Hell
dressed
yeah.
up. Oh, I'll wear my Colonel Mustard costume. it has to be done by then.
Hell yeah.
So
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, this is going to be like our Christmas weekend for D&D. We should all wear something a bit Christmassy because
Oh,
we're not going to see each
true,
other
yeah.
before Christmas in
True,
either
that-
DC or Shiny Boys.
True.
this is my Christmas tree. Wait, there she
We need to
is.
set up our Christmas tree.
I have to tell my dad and my sister. My mum's not going to be home until New Year. She's in the UK, and my dad and my sister have no idea what to do. They're just like,
Oh,
Lily,
boy.
like, what's going on? How do you do Christmas? And I'm like, I'm not coming home until the 23rd. Please put up a Christmas tree, just please.
Lily comes back and it's just like a tree they randomly found.
I'm so concerned.
Also,
I was offering my dad, like, do you want me to book the Christmas feast? And he's like, no, I can do it. Do you think I'm incapable? And I was like,
Book the Christmas what? Sorry.
because my mum's not going to be there. Nobody in my house can cook.
Ah,
Slash doesn't want to. So we're going to book a Christmas feast to take Wendy to because she's spending Christmas with us. So we're going to this
oh,
old
cute.
house in Sydney where they do Christmas feasts.
Oh,
and we're
nice.
gonna have
That
a
should be.
feast there.
That sounds pretty nice, actually. That sounds cute.
Yeah.
all right, dudes. I'm gonna
Wait,
head
very
off.
quickly,
I'm-
before you guys leave,
Also
do
gotta go.
you want me to link your guys' Twitters and stuff in the bio for the stuff when I upload
Yes,
them? Or?
please.
All right,
Sure.
cool.
Yeah.
Promote my art or whatever. I don't know.
All right, I'll plug
Won't
everything.
buy us.
If you have anything specific you want to plug, just let me know in the chat. Otherwise, thank you very much for playing. I love you guys heaps.
Thank
Thanks
you,
for making
Thomas.
time for the sesh.
Much
Thanks,
love.
Thomas.
Thank
It was
you.
great. I loved it.
See
ya.
most of you tomorrow.
All right, bye.
Yeah.
Oh. All right. Thank you to those people who watched on Twitch. This session will be up on YouTube shortly. Thank you very much for watching. We'll be back in 2 weeks. Same time slot, same usual shenanigans. We might go for a little bit longer. Who knows? But it's good. Love you guys heaps.